Take me home, I wanna know if you're down, ready to go. Wanna fly away with you, float away, fly away.
Oh, mate.
God
Oh, I should have done it today.
Gotta cheers it, cheers it.
Cheers.
Salute, brother.
Cheers, my guy.
Congratulations to the fucking the release.
Thank you very much.
How about now?
Oh, that's... Mate,
God's nectar.
I was just about to say that.
Really?
I was just about to say that.
Interesting.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking, do you drink this often? Like, is this your standard drop?
I don't know if I should. Well, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, no, I'm not
Often.
saying, oh, yeah.
Are you an alcoholic?
Every day.
Are you an alcoholic? Straight off the bat.
Yeah. Welcome to AA.
This is the new... I think my girlfriend's brother introduced me to this
It's not new.
properly. He introduced me to this particular beer.
Yeah.
And it's been going well ever since. I used to be a real big Corona guy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually funny because my old man was like the biggest Corona drinker and
Wow.
he changed to Emu Export.
There you go.
Yeah, but he's an everyday drinker, so that's where I'm like, nah, fucking.
Yeah, you get sick of the same taste.
Yeah, right.
Often. Yeah. I think this is going to stay for a while though. All Pipe Dreams by Gage Roads.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Try that one.
No. I like Gage Roads' like stuff, but I haven't tried.
Are you an ale man?
Dude, I'm a cider guy.
Oh, bro. I could have...
You walked in and you're like, he's fat, cider.
No,
definitely. So.
It's the look, bro. You smell it on him. You're like,
Yeah.
you're a cider guy.
Yeah,
You're a
he's a cider guy. You probably suck some dicks in your time.
Oh, just a mid human being.
Yeah, just
It's just a loaf. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no.
Cider, I can't drink.
No offense taken.
I can't drink cider anymore.
No?
Because I remember when I was in England visiting my family, one of my cousins brought these two big bottles of cider, and they were both, it was like a 12% cider or something. It was unreal. So when I came back, went to Dan Murphy's, I had this little work gather thing, and I was like, you know what, I want to try that, and I've had a sip. So without knowing what this thing's going to taste like, I was like, yep, let's get 2 bottles. And I had 1 bottle, and everything came up. Every last drop of the last month came up. It was insane. And I just can't drink it again.
So it was the after effects that made it. Oh, because did it taste good?
It actually tasted really
Yeah.
nice. Like you know those things that are like they say they're quite strong, but they're like a dangerous drink.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You can't really feel the alcohol too much, and then it just hits you like
It just
a ton of bricks.
goes. That's like 196s. They're dangerous, bro. The grape one,
Oh,
bro.
that's like soju.
Yeah, soju's dangerous, but I like the grape one the most.
Yeah.
People keep handing me all these.
Grapes, the go, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know people handing you like the Yakult flavor and this is like, man, this is just a cough
Yakult
syrup.
flavor
There's like a Yakult flavor.
of what?
Soju.
Really?
Yeah. It's so mid. It's so mid. And people keep handing me these different
We're gonna have a
flavors.
mid
I'm like,
counter. I'm gonna put one right here.
There's gonna be a lot of mids there.
Lucky these aren't mid. Now on sale at Dan Murphy's.
Exactly, bro. I'm trying to get that sponsor. Seriously. But that's the thing. I was like, for one of my last music videos, we were trying to get a beer sponsor because
Yeah.
the whole concept was like, wedding. We're gonna throw a wedding, and I invited,
If you need that hookup, let me know.
that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
because we nearly got it. Because the whole concept was like, all right, I want to have all my mates there and turn it into like a hangout thing, but we're just filming a video and in a wedding setup. So
Yeah.
I said, all right, I want to get a beer sponsor for this one. We hit up Gage. I think we got a reply, but we hit up this other place and
What was it called?
we hit up Cheeky Monkey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And they were like,
They're in Fremantle. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So we were like close to getting that. But then there was just like a bit of lost communication here and there. And that got me thinking. I was like, I'd really like a beer sponsor, but I'm very picky with my beers. And I was like, I think it would be sick to get this, but that's
Emu
no
Export.
offense, Emu. This is the ugliest branding known to man.
Yeah.
So I can't have that everywhere. Do you know what I mean? If I was offered it, yes, 100%. But you want like a pretty looking thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Emu Export is kind of like the only can that if you were walking across a desert and you saw like a can rolling in the distance, you're like, what is that? You see the red, it's one of two things.
Yeah.
It's Coca-Cola or it's an
Emu
export.
Yeah. If it's just blinding your eyes from how ugly it is, you're like, that's gotta be it's gotta be Emu, bro.
Yeah. I've seen a video of like a crawfish. It wasn't a crawfish, it was a crazy crab, and it used the Emu Export can as a shell.
I love that, bro. I love
so
it.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's pretty much everyone who fucking drinks it like consistently. They turn into a hermit crab.
There's an image around this. That's the problem.
Yeah, there is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm making the pop music that I am now, I can't have an Emu Export branding around me.
No.
I have to get like Pipe Dreams or some like crystal thing.
Yeah,
And
Crystal
always-
Head vodka.
Yeah. Yeah, something soft. You know? But that's the difficulty. It's like, you know, all those kind of good looking brands and stuff, they're all so fruity, and which, I mean, you would like, you're a cider man.
Yeah,
So
I'm a
you'd
cider
like
man,
that
yeah.
stuff. But for me, it's like,
He's
I like
a fruity boy.
He's a fruity boy. But I like my lagers and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a very traditional kind of English boy, if you will.
Yeah,
Half
okay.
English, yeah.
How many times have you been over back to England? Were you born there?
I wasn't born there, but growing up, we'd go back and forth because my dad's family's over there.
Okay,
So
right.
it'd be like, I think I've been there like 5 or 6 times. The last time was just before COVID came through. So planning to go back next year because that would be perfect. It's nice over there.
Did you get like hit with any COVID things while you were there, causing you to come back, or was it literally like
This was like a bit before.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like a year or two.
Oh, okay, that's
maybe.
not,
So
yeah.
we were pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, COVID was crazy.
Yeah.
Like traveling.
How did it affect your music career?
That's a good question. Felt like it was so long ago.
Even though we got let out this year.
Yeah, crazy, crazy.
Weird, bro.
Oh, weird. Perth is weird, bro.
Weird
Perth is
time,
weird.
man.
It kind of affected me the same as everyone else. Because it was kind of that thing where there was an element of competitiveness, I felt, because everyone was just stuck. They were stuck inside. Do you know what I mean? So it was that kind of thing where, I mean, this is for the isolation period.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone was pumping out music like crazy because we had nothing else to do. Do you know what I mean? So it was just 100%. I think everyone was on that kind of wave, and I remember just writing, making beats every day, all day, and just kind of, I think I stocked most of my catalog up, like the production wise, in that little period.
Yeah, okay.
There was nothing else to do. And that was it.
Were you writing much?
I think a fair bit.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't really write much anymore. Like, I find it quite, I'm only just getting back into it now, but I'd freestyle most of my stuff.
What?
Yeah. Punch in, punch out freestyles.
Really?
Yeah. Most of my songs anyway.
That's crazy, dude.
It's crazy, but it's super annoying. Because then if you're trying to remember the lyrics, you're like,
Oh,
I really
yeah.
got to listen. Because I mumble a lot as well. So I'm like, oh, God, what did I say?
Are you the type of person to go for like you set the melody before, so you're like,
Oh, sometimes. But I feel like it throws me off a lot doing that. Like, because then I find that I'm boxing myself into that particular thing and I can't use certain words because I'm trying to follow that exact melody.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do it. Usually if I'm around people that do the same, and I feel bad because, they're doing the mumble and they're like, oh, you do your mumble. I'm like, oh, I kind of wanted to just rap my verse, but okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Listening to your stuff this morning, man, I was like really taken away like by the fact of the quality of like songs that you've put out so far, almost a reminiscent of like a Kid Leroy,
That's crazy. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
like in his current stage.
That's wild.
Not like when he was coming up and he was like, I still a Shea Bar, you know?
Yeah.
But he, like how he is now and like where they're actually going with their music career, him and Scooter Braun, like they're pushing that. And you're coming out the gate with that. So I'm very, very intrigued to see where you take your music career.
Bro, thank you, bro.
Yeah, keep on that fucking hustle, dude. Because
Thank you, bro.
you got some talent, bro.
Oh, bro, that's... I hate when people say talent because it's just like, what do you say to that, you know? Like, yeah, I know, bro.
Do you feel like that you work for it?
I think definitely. I think, like you said, in terms of the quality, thank you so much, by the way. But in terms of like the quality thing, I've always been very pedantic with that kind of stuff. Like it's always like I wanted to get the best out of anything. You know what I mean? So it was always, even though it was going to cost a little more, I was going to do, you know, all this stuff. I was like, all right, that everything has to be done right. Because everyone was saying, oh yeah, but you want to see the progress and stuff, you know? No, it's just like to do the most you can to show what you can do. Do you know what I mean? And like when I listen to my old stuff, I wish I applied that sooner, because I think it was only really as I started hanging out with other musicians and stuff and I saw what they were doing, my competitiveness just went through the roof. I was like, no. Okay, I gotta be better.
Right. So it was the value of what competition brought within yourself that boosted you to the next level.
Yeah, but it was like a healthy competition. I wasn't
Of
like,
course.
you know, it was just like oh man, I want to do what they're doing, but I want to like prove to myself that I can do the same, if not better. And yeah, it's always just been this real attention to detail with a lot of things in terms of the music and stuff.
How much of an input are you having on the actual music production, like the beat production?
I make all the beats.
Do you? Whoa. I wasn't expecting
bro, I'm a
that.
pretty big deal.
Hey,
I'm gonna say,
yeah.
man. My back's so sore from carrying the city, bro.
Oh shit!
I want to carry that persona one day, just for a whole day. Like,
Yeah.
if I get all these interviews, just sit back and be like, yeah, bro. It's hard being the GOAT, man.
I'm not gonna. You can't argue against that.
I don't know.
So far, like there hasn't been anyone within Perth that's really taken the reins and been like, I'm the king of the city. And,
That's true.
And the people that always put out the I'm the king and all that, like, or
Mid.
I'm the GOAT.
Mid.
Well, first of all, it gets people's attention. And if most of the time, if you can't back that shit up, then people are like mid.
Yep.
But if you can, whoo.
I think that no one in Perth can say that for a long time. I think saying that the king of the city, and it's because I've seen a lot of rappers do it, and a lot of, because there's always rappers. It's all rappers saying it, and it's the funniest thing. I think I feel like you've just killed your career there within the city by doing that.
Explain.
Do you know what I mean? I appreciate the confidence. I think it's dope to be like, yeah, man, I'm the king. But that paints your persona. And as a local artist, I don't know, from a consumer perspective, I'd be like, oh my God, this just makes me hate the local music scene. Do you know what I mean? Because people already have a weird thing about local artists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the average listener.
Yeah.
So if they're seeing this kid running around and going, yeah, I'm the king of the city, and they're like, who?
Who are you?
It takes it away from the rest of the scene. So like, all of them like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I understand.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. It does. I think there's probably something to be said for people that have that kind of confidence. But if it's not backed up, it also gives you...
I agree. It has to be backed up. I think that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, it also gives you like a staple at that point of your career. And if you're saying that this is my best, I'm the king because of this stuff that I've put out right now.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what else have you got? Is your next stuff is going to be as fire?
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very, very true.
It's the people that don't say anything and they let their music do the talking.
Yeah.
That's probably...
Like, bro, look at Adrian Zuko.
Oh my days.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, bro.
The GOAT.
The GOAT of goats.
That boy is so mysterious. Like, he'll appear, disappear. But every time he comes back, you know he's back. And when I went to his show...
The What's Up show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
Wow. Did you hear that, Adrian?
I'm sorry, dude.
Roadshow didn't go, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's crazy.
I'd love to have you on soon, though, bro. Much love.
I don't know what shape I was in.
It's a ball sack.
But that show, that I nearly teared up at one point because he was, I don't know, emotional. I'm a sensitive boy, but he has this one song where at the end it goes like that, and real indie pop stuff.
Oh, cool.
And I used to listen to all that in high school and primary school and everything, like San Francisco, the Wombats, the Neighborhood, all them, Aussie Monkeys. So hearing that live, like from a mate of mine as well, I just sat there in awe. And I said to Ash after, and all my friends, I was like, that's a performer. Like that right there is the standard.
Gold standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And with that suit that he wore, literally gold standard. Yeah.
So good. Who do you reckon, who would you say your favorite live performers are in the scene?
Good question. In the scene or just in Perth?
I'd say in Perth.
Yeah. Singing or rapping? Or
Both.
just artists?
I'd say both.
Both?
Yeah.
Live or recorded? There's so many sub-genres.
I thought it was a simple question.
It's definitely not. I talk to so
live.
many people.
Let's say live.
Live performers, solo act or?
Damn, bro, this is getting deep. We're going to be here all day.
Yeah, we're going to be here all
I'm
day.
going to use up this SD card. Yeah, I'd say solo or group.
Okay. Before he stopped being an artist, Sheldon.
Oh, yeah, the go.
Yeah, bro. Dude. Bring back.
I'm trying to bring back Tyler Rivers, bro.
Bring back Tyler Rivers. Mr. Rivers,
I've been trying so hard.
Oh,
We're all trying, bro.
Right?
We're all trying.
So fire.
Too young and naive. Ooh. Don't worry, bro. We still remember.
We remember. Probably now, Adrian. There's been a couple of smaller bands that I think have like amazing potential, like Rakachachi. They're really, really good. As far as solo performers go, there's a lot of people hidden, and I feel that if they don't reach out and become on stage performers, they're gonna miss the train.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I talk consistently about Corey Holland, right? Amazing singer.
Yeah.
Like I used to like manage him.
Wow, true.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
and then there was a drop off in his music career, but that was only because I think he never got on stage.
Yeah, it shows a lot when you do things like that.
100%, and he could have been like the next up.
Yeah,
You know,
his numbers were crazy.
He's
His
still
voice is
pumping
sick.
numbers. Like nearly hit 2 million on a song this year for his wrap up. Like
That's insane.
it's amazing that we can get that kind of pull anywhere in the world. But as to answer your question, yeah, there like I said, there's a lot of people doing the work in the shadows. But your brand is this. Your brand is your face.
Yeah.
And if you're not putting that in front of people and, you know, connecting with the crowd and learning crowd work and learning like stage presence and all those things.
See, that's something I've figured out quite early, because when I did my first show, probably like 2-3 years ago, I don't know. We'd been to a few, you know, local shows and stuff and seen people do their thing, and I noticed that no one was using the singers weren't using any like live auto tune or anything, and they were just kind of like, this is like a while ago, and I was like, man, this is we got like our first show, we got to do something different. And back then, I don't think anyone was using that kind of live auto tune stuff at a local level. Like there wasn't much. It was just real like hip hop stuff, you know, very very raw. So back then I was in a duo. Cloud District was a duo at one point. That's crazy. We'll get into that.
Okay.
Let's open that can of worms.
I'm writing that shit down so I don't forget.
And we went to the shop and I dropped a bag in this little auto tune box. And I remember everyone on the first show was like, "Whoa, what? Live auto tune?" And it was crazy. And it's just like, I studied performers like Travis Scott. I studied performers like Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that. The way their stage presence is, I wanted to try that. My first show, I was so nervous though, so I looked super goofy. But from the get, it was good to secure ourselves as good performers.
Yeah, you broke the mold of what you thought you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now people come to the show and they're like, yeah, you're like, I like to think I'm a good performer. And they do say like, yeah, you are very, very good. Which is good to hear. Because up there, you're nervous, bro.
I've seen videos of you on stage, and
I jump around a
you're
lot.
hype as fuck. I was just about to
Bro,
say.
it's a workout, and I'm not a fit boy. Like, look at me, bro. I'm there's not much holding this up. You know?
Nah,
So
dude,
it's a lot to...
If like it's your body, you're putting your body on stage, and the crowd's gonna like it almost like recognizes the excitement that you have, and people like reflect what they feel.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Most of the time, if you're hype and like you're noticing them, looking them in the eyes and stuff, they're like, "Fuck yeah, let's get into it too," you know.
But it's all those little things you got to remember when you're up there, because you can think of all the things you want to do in rehearsal, but once you're on stage, most of it goes out the window. You know, like I'll be up there and I'll go, "All right, remember, never turn your never turn to the side, never turn your back to the audience, lock eyes with someone at all times. And then I'll look back on videos. I'm like, I just did everything I told myself not to do. Every single thing. It's.
Can you rehearse
so
that
bizarre.
out of yourself?
Well, I don't know. I think because when you're about to go on stage, excuse me, when you're about to go on stage, I feel like there's not really a moment of clarity at all. It's kind of just, there's so much going on. Everyone's coming up to you. You're trying to sort out things. The last thing you're thinking about is how you're going to, like the little notes that you thought of in rehearsal. Because they weren't like the main things. They were just the kind of side things that you were like, all right, remember to do this. Like you're trying to remember your lyrics. You're trying to remember the song order. Or there's so many things. And I think for me, I can't really focus on that much at once. Like I stress out, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is. And you've got the stress of like being in front of a bunch of people that you don't want to fuck up in front of.
Yeah. I forget my words so many times and I just...
Do you think to yourself, like, don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it? Because the brain can't really tell the difference between forget it and don't forget it. So if you're saying don't forget it, it'll just be like, forget it.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I'm usually pretty okay with my lyrics, I think. One show I did was pretty rough. It was at the Record Bar. I think it was for Wesley Black's Armageddon show, one of them.
Yeah, right.
And it was already a kind of weird setup because you know the Record Bar basement is like they don't really have a stage. It's like a little, you know.
That's right there.
Yeah. So which is cool because I like being on level.
It's
with
intimate.
everyone. Yeah, it's very intimate. Yeah, it's kind of you know.
Yeah,
You know, you can feel everyone's breath. You know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Oh, he had lasagna.
Some cider talk right there, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first show that my my cousin was there for, and he was like an older brother to me growing up. So I was so excited. I was like, "Yo, what's up, bro? What's up?" Already made my nerves go through the roof because I was like, "That's a big brother figure there."
Oh.
And then, of course, he was excited, so we started drinking. And I had like 2-3 pints before I went up, and then he's like, "Oh, he's like, take this, it'll be good for your voice." And he gives me a shot of Fireball, and I go up there. And
Is he a singer?
No.
Oh no.
So I don't know why I trusted him. I was like, "Yeah, bro, you're a trader. You understand voice."
Yeah.
Like warm-ups. And I went up there, and
There you going, everybody?
Oh yeah, that's a nice Fireball shot in the morning. But I went up there and I forgot most of my words. But everyone vibed still because it was just that little basement vibe. Everyone was there, and I kind of just tried to get everyone else to sing it. If I forget the words, I just do this.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, most of my mates will remember them anyway, so it's good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing about Perth is like the intimate gigs are normally jam packed with people that you do know. Yeah. And that you can have like you can share that song before it even goes on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Like the last one, the Young Rage show was sick because it was just I do not like 459, the venue. You've been to 459?
No.
Rosemount? It looks like a talent show.
Yeah.
Like the curtains and it's just...
The one to the left, not the one to the right?
Not the main stage.
Yeah,
just
that
the
one's
side one.
nice. Yeah.
The one, that small room.
That's like a comedy show kind of room. Yeah.
I can't stand it. Sorry, Rosemount. You know I love you, but...
Sorry, Rosemount.
459, not it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's so compact and it's lighting's weird. So I'm always a bit nervous playing that venue. But the last one was so dope because I just had all my mates like squished together like this at the front, and I was playing stuff that I hadn't really done before, like all these demo things.
Oh, right.
And just hearing everyone catch on like that. Like How About Now wasn't even out yet, and I've got a video on my phone of everyone screaming "How About Now" like straight off the bat, and I was like,
"That's cool."
I'm feeling
that's cool. So how did you get that feature with Xavier Mayne?
So that's shout out Dustin Skipworth, bro. He's the one that made that link. Because I said to him, I was like, "Yo, oh sorry, tearing your studio apart.
Fuck it,
just another day, bro.
Do it, flip the table, but you can't.
Say less." Go on, bro. I could.
I can do this.
Bro, all the colors. It's just.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
It's 110 kilo table. It's good luck.
Bro, that's like triple my weight. That's
35 kilos.
Yeah, that's me. Bro, big gust of wind, I'm out of here. Bro. That happened in school once, bro. That was so rough. I got picked up by a little whirly thing.
Did you actually?
I actually got, I jumped.
Airlifted.
I got a bit of air.
God damn.
It was crazy.
Did you feel like Superman?
Yeah, kind of.
Did it spin you around?
I was like, damn.
Did it spin you around?
No, unfortunately not.
So you just like...
Literally just picked me up. Not even a nice little, ride. No ride at all.
This is like fucking X-Men Storm shit.
Yeah.
Did your eyes go white and like flip your head back? No.
Yeah. Everyone died. It was awesome. It was really cool. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Xavier Mayne.
Tangent.
So I said to Skip, I was like, yo, I was like listening to Chase Atlantic and Xavier Mayne on repeat, obsessed. So it got to a point where I said, okay, Skip, we got to start making some moves. I want to collab. I said, how do we collab with one of them? Any of them. So I love them.
He's got contacts over in LA and stuff.
Yeah. He's got a little connection in there.
Yeah.
And then he said, he's like, bro, he's like, that's gonna be pretty tricky. He's like, but we'll make it happen. I was like, okay. And then I sent him the song and I said, can you find me a feature for this? I said, this is like a month after, by the way. So we weren't even talking about Chase or Xavier anymore. I just gave him How About Now and said, hey, can you, what features can we get for this one? Like big.
Yeah.
Like just find me something. And then he goes, all right, let me see. He hits up a few people. We get some cool responses from artists that were quite up there. And then he messages me and goes, hey, I've got a surprise for you. I said, okay. And then he sends me just this audio and I listened to it and it's Xavier Mayne doing his verse and I was like, oh my God, that's so sick. It was insane. It was insane. I remember just like, I was in the car just like screaming. I was like, this is sick. Like, this is dope. This is my first like kind of big feature,
Yeah.
And it's been really cool just knowing that I had that,
So did that give you the opportunity to, converse with him and and talk about it?
We didn't see he's a terrible replier. I'll say that.
Most
DM
celebrities
terrible.
are.
Yeah.
That's what
Email,
I've figured out.
though. He's good with the email.
Really?
Very quick. Yeah.
Okay.
But he's been he was pretty good. Like I remember I keep forgetting that he's, it got to a point where I kind of was forgetting that he's at a quite high level. I sent through the first version of the cover art.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of going for the film look, real rugged, very simple. So I sent him this cover art and he's like, yeah, bro, not it.
Fair
I was like, yeah, sick.
Because it goes up on his page too. He's like, I need something that fits.
Yeah, so I had to double up and do something else. And
so how did you come across the girl with the tattoo underneath?
So I had the idea.
I'll put that up right here.
Oh, damn, effects. You see that? That was crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a big deal.
I'm a pretty big deal, bro. Just big cock energy, bro.
I'm a moron. Don't believe anything I say.
So I was inspired by, I think it's an Aston cover, ASTN, that guy.
No.
Like an R&B singer. He had this cover art where he had like the tattoo, the song title across his fist, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
And he was like grabbing something.
Titty.
And I was like, yeah,
Something like
I'll grab something like that, yeah. And I was like, I want to do like a tattoo thing. And I said, I want to do like a face tattoo. That'd be sick. So I got my friend Aaron, shout out Aaron. We got another friend to she works at a tattoo place and she actually printed off the stencil for me.
Right.
So we actually put the whole thing on and did like that. And then
the eye makeup covers it up real well, bro. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful complexion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out really cool though.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
It did. Yeah, we were admiring it this morning when we were bopping it like 50 times on repeat. That was, it's such a nice song, bro.
Oh, thank you, boys.
It's
Thank you.
good. It's really
He said it was mid, by the way.
Yeah, he said mid as shit.
He looked at me dead in the eyes and said that
he's actually
shit was,
mooning us right now.
Yeah, he's actually got his full cock out, cock and balls.
Cock and balls.
And looked at me dead in the eye and said, your song was mid.
Chicken playing soccer.
Unbelievable, bro.
Cock and balls.
Like, can I ask you a question?
Let's go.
What are you more attracted to creative, busy?
I thought you were going to
cover?
say cock and balls.
Are you attracted to cock and balls? Bro, I'll sit you down, hell serious. Are you? I was like, bro, should have never invited me on. It was a bad idea.
Do you like cock and balls?
You like cock or balls?
Balls.
I don't know how to go from here.
All right, hit me.
Are you more attracted to busy cover arts, like real, like a lot going on, or are you attracted to the more simple, like very plain? Because
So I did this social experiment on Instagram where I was trying to go for the perfect reel, like to see how like far I can push like the reach and like how much content is required to go viral. I got one of my reels to like 5.5 million views, 120,000 likes.
a lot of views.
That all came with like the knowledge of like, okay, let's try something different. Do you know high vis works the best because of how colorful it is?
Man in uniform too.
Man in uniform, like women, like the amount of fucking women that are like, hey, can I sit on your face? Like, it's just, I'm like, no, I'm going to miss this, fuck off. But that came from like the algorithm actually checking the reel for color saturation. So it does that. So you'll see like a lot of like dark reels don't pop off. Or like black and white reels don't pop off. You'll never like scroll and just have a plain black and white reel.
Everything vibrant.
Yeah. So I kind of like have now almost amalgamated my thought patterns for color, like the patterns for color on any device, like even Spotify, so their platform. I always set mine to dark, like the, how you can set it like bright platform or dark platform. Mine's set to dark, so it actually accentuates the color. So I'm like, I'm more likely to go, I like that cover art. Let's click on the song.
Wow.
Simple doesn't always mean like nice, because you can have like just an apple sitting on a counter, and it's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
But like you said, things that are too small to see because it's all jam packed in. That's also, it's like the spectrum of like cluttered to simplicity. You kind of need to get that spectrum right in the middle where it doesn't seem too cluttered, but you're also telling a story with one simple picture.
There should always be a focal point, like a clear center point of interest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like when there's so much going on, like this, whose cover art is it that just does my head in?
Go on, write them out. Cloud District.
It's not local, but it's like what album was it?
Give me a list. No.
I feel like it was this. Oh man, I don't know if it's just Tame Impala. No, not Tame Impala. Might have been. I don't know. But just, it's just so much going on. And it's supposed to look trippy and stuff.
Yeah.
I automatically just don't want the song.
Was it their that purple one with the bearing in the middle and like it's like a globe sitting in the middle of like a purple river, and then it's like space time that's bending
that one's
around.
Cool.
That one's awesome.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's really hard.
But I think they've done a couple other ones where it's like 100 like photos or something.
Yeah. See, I'm just so drawn to simplicity. Yeah. I've always been so. That's always been a kind of style of mine. Like I've always been so attracted to just. That's why I was so I love iPhone and Apple, what they do, because everything's so like
crisp,
clean cut. Everything's dope. Off-White was one of my favorite brands and a big inspiration for an aesthetic that I was trying to build because of the simplicity of it. Everything was so like to the point, and I think that's my favorite art. So whenever I see cover art that is just nice and simple, it can be plain as hell, and I'll be like, yeah, that's gonna be hard,
Is that what you're trying to continue with the brand now?
I think so.
Keep it simple.
Most of my cover arts are very simple. And people, a lot of time they're like, oh, why have you, like Dinge, shout out Dinge. But he always, back in the day when I was doing those different, just the plain color ones with the text.
Yeah.
I'd be like, bro, what do you think is cover art? He's like, bro, that's so boring.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he'd be like, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I like it, And it worked. Like, it was just kind of like, I like that latest song, the blue one. I like the latest song, the orange one. So every song had a color, and they'd be like that,
Yeah.
Not on some Russ vibe, because I find them annoying.
Yeah, sometimes they can be.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like a sensory overload.
And with the amount of fucking tracks that he puts out.
Oh, ridiculous.
Dude.
So annoying.
I wish I had the capabilities to do what that man does. But also at the same time, like he's even talked about how harrowing it can be at times, like being so committed into the industry where you don't really understand where it's taking you, but you kind of got to keep on that same route, Yeah. You can't judge a man.
Yeah.
Where did you get your inspiration in the beginning? So did you have like a background in singing growing up, or
No. I just
when did you take it up?
I don't. That's a good question. I don't know. I was around music a lot coming up, so I was raised on a lot of Motown and a lot of. Mom introduced me to like Run DMC.
What?
And all those. Yeah, she loved her rap, but she also loved her like band stuff as well.
So she would love like Run DMC and Aerosmith together.
Oh,
Walk this way.
Bro, fire. She has all the vinyls, all the Run DMC vinyls and stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah.
NWA was a bit much for her.
Yeah.
She was a bit like, Joel, you suck.
The Police.
Start listening to that, Joel. Yeah. But Dad was very into his Motown, loved his Beach Boys as well.
Really?
One of my favorite artists is Frankie Valli.
Oh,
Frankie Valli,
shit.
Four
Cloud
Seasons, bro.
District.
You know what I mean?
Holy fuck.
The GOAT.
Yeah, the
GOAT.
GOAT.
Yeah.
100%.
So I kind of came up with a lot of melody and a lot of that going on, and I always had a real love for music. I used to like dance around my bedroom pretending I was playing in a band and stuff. I was very like, I want to be that, but I could never sing. And Mum sings a little bit, and I think that's kind of where I got a little bit of a voice from her.
Yeah.
But I started making music in high school. I think like year 9 or 10, something like that. And I got picked on a lot for it. Like I was really picked on. To be fair, it was trash. I would have bullied me too. Terrible. They didn't do it enough, actually. They didn't bully me enough. Because it was crazy. It was
That bad?
That was so bad. But it was that thing of I want to prove them wrong that took me to keep working and making it where it is now. And all the kids that used to pick on me, I see them out in public now and they're like, bro, you're killing it. I'm like, yeah, I know.
That's fire. That's fire.
That's the one moment I can be cocky. I'll be like, yeah, I know.
Does your whole like vibe, because you've brought up competition a couple of times now, whether you're competing with like other people, friendly competition, and competing with yourself, like the inwards of bullying normally does take to a I'm not a good enough stage.
Yeah.
A lot of people that crumbles, but the people that stand up to it and do something about it end up with not always the best results, but particularly the ones that are in music and keep on that path and find their path, they normally come out on top.
Yeah. Well, I think... sorry. You saying?
No. You go ahead.
I was going to say, it's in the moment, it's very intense. Like the whole bullying thing, like it gets very, like the world kind of crumbles in. You're like, okay, I'm never going to do this again. That's rough. But then once you like come to... And like, I don't think I'd started really getting into it like a year later after I'd left school or something like that. And I was like, let's do it. Come on. Like we got to do something. And then just built up from there. But I think it definitely takes a second to come to and realize that, man, they're just kids,
Yeah.
And like, because I left school.
As a kid though, that's hard to recognize.
It's rough. Because I was one of the, I left in year 10.
Right.
So I was the first out of school, and in my head that was a cool thing. I was just like, I've got a head start. Do you know what I mean? I can do my thing. So I had that little boost of confidence. Like, I've got a head start. I can now, do TAFE and stuff, and then I can also work on the stuff that they didn't like as well. And just my little side hobby can be, proven to myself that I can do that, and that they didn't matter, and prove to them that I can do something.
Yeah.
Or prove them wrong.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at the time, bullying does suck. Like I had to go through it myself as a fat kid. So they used to have a name for me.
Opposite, skinny kid.
Oh yeah? Yeah. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. There's always going to be somebody that thinks they're better than you.
Oh yeah.
And that comes literally from self-insecurity anyway. So they're probably just struggling with their own stuff anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was the fat kid in school, and they used to call me Jenny Craig Wobble Tits.
It's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's not funny.
It's pretty funny. When I think about it now, if somebody called somebody else that in front of me, I would have been like, ha! But because it's happening
That's
to
so
you,
funny, mate. That's so funny.
but that actually pushed me in the right direction, because after high school and stuff, I left school at the start of year 10, end of year 9, and I became a personal trainer bodybuilder.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was jacked as fuck.
That's so dope.
It was literally
That's
a
so
flex, like an
Yeah,
actual
that's a huge move, bro. Wow.
But then I realized after some time that I was just doing it for my own kind of like, I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for like, I'm not just a fat fuck. I'm way more than this.
Yeah.
And after I realized that whole, 5-year period of my life that was like steroid induced and, you know, like it was just all ego. Like I just wanted people to look at me now. you know?
Yeah.
That kind of it takes its toll and sets you on a, like, I'm lucky that I got brought out of that by myself.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have like brought myself away from that, it would have been way worse.
Yeah.
But to have your music criticized when you're really young, that's something you create. They're not really like having a go at you. Maybe they're little cunts.
Yeah,
but
terrible.
But when your music's being criticized, that's something you've created and you think everybody's going to love it as much as you do.
Yeah.
And when they don't,
It's rough.
it's rough.
Because that's the thing. It's like you're putting work into it and you've uploaded it for other people. When it's out there, it's not for you anymore. It's for people. And to have people be like, this is trash.
Where were you uploading at that age?
I don't know.
SoundCloud?
I think it was SoundCloud or like Instagram or something like that. It was just like these little beats and stuff. I didn't start singing till I can't remember. The first when Cloud District happened. I think that's when I first started singing and showed my voice.
And when was that? This is duo days.
20 I don't know, 2019,
Okay,
18,
right.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we dropped. It's hell funny, it's super random. Our first release of all time was a cover of Hey Ya.
Hey ya.
Yeah.
Oh. Really?
Bop.
Did you
Big bop.
kill it?
Yeah, we slowed it down. We did a full like acoustic thing. Like he just played just that, and then I was singing over it, and that was it. It was cool. Like people they liked it, like all our friends did. And then out of nowhere, we just dropped a whole ass album. Straight off the bat.
And
yeah.
everyone at that point, how was that received?
Well, because it was only our friends listening to it.
Okay.
And they were like, this is sick. But we had like, we actually got some plays.
Really?
Yeah, people liked it.
Interesting.
I would never recommend anyone listen to it.
Is it still up now?
No, it's all gone. Wipe clean. Dead. Gone.
God damn it.
Oh no, I'm so glad it's down. It was so terrible. I remember the first thing Skip said to me when he started managing, like, you got to take that shit down. It was got to go.
Oh,
we're not doing this, right?
Fucking hell, dude.
But yeah.
So how did the duo come about?
Yeah, that's crazy. So this guy, his auntie and then my mum, they were old friends. So that's how we kind of like met.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was like a bit of a weird dude. I was like, I don't think you like me very much. But he hit me up because he hit me up one day. He's like, yo, I heard you make music. Because I had another solo thing that I was doing that was like it was anonymous and it was just me doing like just busting out bars and shit like that.
Bars on bars.
Hell, rapping.
Yeah.
And then he hit me up. He's like, yo, bro. He's like, we should make some music. I play guitar. And I thought he was joking. I was like, no. And I thought, oh, you know what? Why not? And then we linked up. And then the first night we made like 5 songs. So we made most of the EP instrumentals in that first night. It was crazy.
Wow.
It was sick. Chemistry was there straight away. We ended up becoming like best mates.
Fell in love.
Yeah, fell in love. It was love at first sight right there.
Yeah, nice.
Because I love guitar. The guitar sound has kind of become that Cloud District sound. And I adore the sound of the guitar.
Yeah.
So the fact we could just make anything we wanted right there, no looking for loops, none of that, it was so sick.
So who played guitar?
He did.
He did?
The other guy, yeah.
Do you play any instruments?
I used to play piano, but I wouldn't put it to the test nowadays. Terrible. But it showed me a lot of like, you know, chords and stuff and how to actually, you know, produce stuff on the laptop and stuff.
It's very good for a like a synth.
Yes.
You know,
very good.
Being able to play on a MIDI. Yeah.
Do you play instruments?
Yeah, I play guitar, drums, MIDI.
Damn.
Not piano. Yeah, produce all my own beats. So yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard one of your beats, bro. You show me.
Yeah, I'll show you after.
Yeah, hell yeah.
100%.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out in the studio. He's gonna show me his MIDI.
Cock and balls. Oh.
Cock and balls. Whoa. Sick. Do you not think it would be
MIDI.
Do you know what would be, bro? Do you know what would be a goated instrument to learn?
Let's go.
Saxophone.
I know a saxophone player.
I know. I do too.
Do?
Yeah.
They're like few and far between, but if you can find a really, really good one,
Yeah.
they make a track so much like
It's just a
vibe,
flex too, bro. It's like, that's a flex.
Yeah.
Bro, if you walk into any bar
And there's a
and it's
saxophone.
just like shorties there, like any shorty you want, go up, say, I play saxophone.
Yeah.
Done.
100%.
Just like that.
Yeah.
You've taken all of them home.
Yeah. 100%.
It's crazy, bro.
Taking all of the saxophones home.
Yeah, all the saxophones.
All the girls are like, nah, I'm good. But the saxophone in the
sax will
corner.
go with you.
Yeah. Because he knows.
Yeah, he knows, bro.
The sax
He
knows, bro. No, it's true. Certain instruments do, like, it's that campfire thing, right? If you bring something out around a campfire and you're with a bunch of shorties, they're like, this guy fucking.
You won't bring a drum kit to a campfire.
Yeah.
Let me just play something real quick.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just set up my fucking drum pad.
But don't be no guitar though, because that's the one. Like, that is
Yeah.
a universal, just beautiful instrument.
Where do you think that comes from? Like the draw for music.
What do you mean?
You know how take Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
He could sit on a stage anywhere or on a street corner, play the guitar and sing and have a gigantic crowd around him within minutes.
Yeah.
That pull for music, to hear a talented person really go at just playing and like really giving it their all, and that kind of tone where it has their soul in the music.
Yeah.
That's very compelling to a large group audience.
Yeah.
That'll make you feel something, especially if it's raw. Where do you think that comes from?
It's
Why is it so compelling?
I don't know. I think it's a big thing with nostalgia. I think nostalgia is a very big thing, and I think Ed Sheeran has done so well with making people feel nostalgic. Like he's got these melodies and the way he kind of uses his voice with the guitar and everything to really bring back these old school kind of flows and everything and things like that. I think he just appeals to everyone, not just him, but like a lot of those artists.
Yeah.
They just know how to hit that pocket of nostalgia. And I think that must be why.
Yeah.
I think there's something about that. And also I think that's weird. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things. I can't.
I've had a couple, I can't remember who said it on the podcast. I think it was Jarrell.
Oh, yes.
I think he said it on the pod. Yeah, it was. Marsha. Shout out Marsha.
He's got a lot to say, that man.
He's a fucking
he knows a lot.
smart cookie, brother.
He's a smart boy.
He said on the podcast that music was probably around prior to the developmental stages of vocabulary.
What?
Which is before we could talk, we were probably dancing around campfires. There'd be mating ceremonies with music playing, all that kind of stuff. So that compelling feeling that you get when you hear something that's like super raw and it draws you in.
So it's in the nature.
It's probably in our RNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, or our DNA, whatever you want
Who
to call
thinks of that? Who thinks of that kind of answer? Gerald, you're weird. That was a very in-depth.
He's a very smart person, but it's
crazy. But it's true.
There's some validity to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I never thought of that.
It makes sense. If you're thinking about all the things that we do, like eating food, right? That comes from knowing that if we get that animal as a tribe back in the day, we're going to have the sustenance to live another day. It probably comes from the same thing as mating rituals back in the day. Like you hit the woman in the head, don't do that. With a club, you club her in the head. And like that's one thing. I think that was disproven, by the way. I should probably look that up. Like
Just throwing that one out there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they call that a rape or some shit now.
That's so hectic, bro. That's so funny.
But yeah, all of that compelling nature of music, I think he's on the money with saying that it comes from our genome and like it's born into us.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a lullaby
that's
for a baby, right? Like you don't know what Ed Sheeran is if you're 6 months old.
Yeah.
But you could definitely fall asleep to like a lullaby or Ed Sheeran. You make you feel like wholesome and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like what you said before with like the Motown thing from your parents.
Yeah.
That gets bred into you, whether you like it or not. It's
Huge.
It's huge.
To a point where I wasn't like, because I was obviously in that kind of hip hop phase. Like, I like doing the hip hop stuff sometimes, but anytime someone would be like, "Oh, why don't you do something on this kind of beat?" And it's like, those NLE chopper beats and stuff. There's just no melody or anything.
Yeah.
I get really annoyed. Like, there's nothing for me to catch here. It's just this dong 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 dong. It's just cool.
Trappy
but
shit.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's dope. It's really dope. But for me, it's like,
That's some
I
street
love
stuff
melody.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed there's not a lot of melodies in. Well, there are, but they're like really like bell centric. Like the ding, 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 ding,
All the
ding.
piano, classic little piano.
Like a Migos track, right? Like a Migos track doesn't really have a melody to it, but it kind of does.
It's hard to explain.
It's really hard to explain.
Migo's dynamic is, recipes take off, but
Yeah,
that
goddamn.
crazy. He was my favorite Migo too.
Was he?
Yeah. Who's your favorite?
I liked Offset, but then I found out that he was named after his wife's nipples.
How'd you find that out?
Because I saw her nipples. Shit, they look like a dude with bung eyes.
Crazy.
Takeoff was probably one of my favorite. I don't really have a favorite Migos. I just saw them as the Migos. But he died at, what was it, 25, 27, 25, something like
I
that.
think so, yeah.
That means they blew off when he was like 18. Blew up. Blew off.
They blew off? They blew him off at... Pause.
No.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that means they fucking, they took off.
Hey.
At, probably the age of 18.
Insane,
Insane, dude.
yeah.
And-
They're all family, aren't they? They're all related.
Were they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google this because I'm retarded.
Takeoff was the nephew of, I think, either Offset or Quavo, or both. And then Quavo and Offset,
Brothers? Cousins?
I think cousins, yeah. I think, look it up. I think it's something to do with that. It's actually something the Google man should be doing, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I am so upset that man's not putting in the miles right now.
Arsehole, right?
Unbelievable.
Oh, they were all relatives.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Quavo formed group alongside nephew Takeoff and cousin Offset. So you were right.
There you go. Yeah.
100%.
Which I think, that would have made the loss so much harder for them.
Oh, yeah, for them personally?
I think I was waiting for one of them to put out a statement about what happened, or just like some sort of piece. And just reading Quavo's one was that was like crazy. Very surreal.
Was that an Instagram post that he put out?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
4 slides, and he
Yeah,
was
I
just
saw
talking
that.
about all that. I was like, man, that's so rough.
Over a dice game.
I know. You seen the footage?
No.
Oh, it's weird. They don't show anything, but it's like it shows just before the shots were fired, and it's Quavo arcing up to some dude. There's like heaps of dudes around him, and then Quavo goes, "Oh no, like it's not just about basketball or something." He says they're talking about sports, and then you just see someone just go boom like that, and then bang, 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 and everyone running, and that's it. So Takeoff got caught up in this dumber, and he's in the back. He was in the video. He's at the back behind.
So he wasn't
Everyone.
even the confrontee?
No, they even said he was never a confronting person.
Oh, man.
Hectic. That's how they seem to be going out though.
That's really sad, man.
Yeah.
But it's a good argument for gun laws.
Yes. Will it change anything? No.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I think there's 3 guns to every person in America.
That's so hectic.
Yeah, there's over 1 billion.
I've not been to America, and there's nothing appealing about that because of those things.
Yeah.
So, like, I think the sites are beautiful. I think it would be really dope to travel around, but it just seems so messy over there. It's like everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a very confused nation.
Everything seems so binary, which is like gun law, it's either yes or no. It's either red or blue, liberal or Republican.
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing. Republican or left or right. We just say that. Yeah. It kind of you don't know how to like handle that. See, I don't think anybody knows how to handle that situation. And I'm not one to talk. I'm a moron. Don't listen to me. But when it comes down,
don't listen to anything we're saying.
Yeah.
Don't take any political advice from us
at all. Like,
we've been talking about cock and balls for most of this podcast.
We've said mid more times than I've ever said mid in my life.
Same.
And I've drank a lot of mid-strength beer.
I've called 5 people the goat in this one session.
Bro, 5 goats.
That's a lot of goats.
That's a lot of goats. I hope there's enough bridges.
Please continue. Please continue.
But when it comes down to it, man, like each country is going to do what they do up until it caves or up until they start a war and they need a reform.
Yeah.
People only make changes in like the greatest, I don't want to say like teardowns, but literally as soon as things go to shit, most people are like, okay, we need change.
Yeah.
Like they only said after World War II, let's not kill the Jews.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, wasn't that black and white?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that shit in the first place?
Yeah.
And Kanye didn't get the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a fucking anti-Semitic.
He's loving Hitler right now.
Dude.
Because I know all right. I'm glad you brought that up.
Let's go.
I want to jump on Kanye real quick. Everyone's talking about it. I feel like we can jump on this wave too. Do you know what I mean?
Jump on that wave.
Let's hop on these trends, bro. Let's get some views, G.
Views?
Let's rack in some views.
What do you think can be done? Take his kids away from him. Oh, shit, that already happened.
What's up? So Kanye was kind of right.
Yeah.
Cancel this whole thing. I kind of like what Kanye said. No, so I've heard, the Kanye thing, obviously, we were talking about it last night at the gather. Everyone's going, bro, how hectic, like, is what he's saying. Like, I said, he's a mentally unstable guy. He's already been banned off of every social media possible. He can't, there's no reach for him anymore.
He's back on Twitter now.
He's back on Twitter?
Elon Musk brought him back on.
Oh, but he got taken off again.
Did he?
Yeah, because the first thing he uploaded was a swastika. I think so. Tobias told me that last night.
Oh, no.
But, yeah.
We should probably fact check this, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll just double check on that.
Yeah, you keep talking, I'll check.
He comes after me.
Yeah.
But the, I think he's a mentally unstable man. He's off his meds, as he he loves to brag about.
Do you know why?
No.
So there's a theory right now that his medication, do you know when he was on his medication, he got quite plump?
Oh.
He got quite fat? Mm-hmm. He's a very egotistical person. That's why he's like, my life is dope. If you were egotistical and some doctor and you think you're better than everyone, and some doctor that you don't trust puts you on something that makes you fat and you're in the public eye all the time, would you take it?
So that's why?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel that's pretty good.
It's a good explanation, right?
I feel that's spot on.
Yeah.
Knowing Kanye. But yeah, I think he's a mentally unstable guy. He's off his meds. He's already been taken off all these platforms because of what he's been saying and everything. I blame all the podcasters and the newsrooms that are bringing him on to talk about stuff like this. Because every time they bring him on, I don't know what they're expecting, and it's clearly just to get something out of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I blame them. Because the last thing that he went on, they were kind of poking him, being like, oh, yeah, what about this? What about that? Do you
What
believe
podcast was that?
I think it's the one with that...
Lex Friedman?
Maybe. The one where he said the Hitler one, the Hitler thing.
Oh, no, I don't think it was Lex Friedman one.
Oh.
Yeah, I watched that one through... Lex Friedman is a AI... like coder, engineer. He's built some amazing things. And he sat down, and because he's Jewish.
Oh, wow.
He sat down, he's a Russian Jew, and knows jujitsu, so you don't want to kind of say the wrong thing in front of him.
He sat down with Kanye.
Sat down with Kanye and basically said, let's have a conversation, figure out like what you're trying to say. And it turned out basically he's been fucked over by a lot of his managers and his lawyers who were... consequently are Jewish, because there are a lot of Jewish people in the music business.
Yeah.
And fashion and all that kind of stuff. Like Jewish people kind of run shit in like the finance world.
Yeah.
So he wasn't saying in total, he wasn't like, if you were going to talk to a disabled person, mentally disabled person, you wouldn't say, hey, don't don't say kill all the Jews, or like don't say Jewish media is fucking you over, because it's not Jewish media. If there's a bunch of Jewish people, go after the individual. Don't go after the race, because it makes you look like Hitler. Yeah.
Literally. That's the thing. It was like he didn't have to say, but he's letting out all these little internal thoughts, and they're giving him a platform to do that. And I think that, like I said, I blame the ones that are getting him on, because I think, you know what he's gonna say. You're only doing it because you want the views, and you want Kanye saying something crazy with your little tag on the side of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's my point of view on that.
It makes sense that they would do that.
Do you know what I mean? Easy. It's easy views, easy money, you know, and it's annoying. It's like the whole Andrew Tate thing. Everyone was getting Andrew Tate on just to hear him run his mouth and do that, you know?
Have you heard the latest on Andrew Tate?
No.
It's come out that he has all these misogynistic point of views about women, but it comes from a place of like the Middle Eastern culture. So he came out and said, I can't remember whose podcast it was on, but he wanted to know why the Taliban are so revolting. They revolt so hard against America. And it's because they don't want to change over to the Western society, because they would lose their the advantage of being able to marry a virgin and have a wife that actually treats them like a wife. You know, there's in current age, like everybody's on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know, like a woman, like they're like, treat me as an equal.
Yeah.
Well, in the Middle Eastern culture, they don't see it like that because of like the religion and stuff. It kind of pushes them to be a certain way. He has a wife and kids.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah. He's got 5 children and a wife.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
He has a wife and 5 kids?
And 5 kids.
Wow.
And he's espousing all of this shit, how you should live your life and not treat women like they mean anything, because there's always going to be something else around the corner. And he has a wife and fucking children.
That's crazy. But he also came out and tried to do that thing where it was like, oh, no, I was playing a character.
He was
like, oh, yeah, I was just playing a little funny role, little goof.
He's leaning into it.
Yeah. It's a pretty hectic goof, bro. That's pretty intense.
Another public figure that I want to bring up, and we watched something on it last night, which was fucking hilarious. Liver King.
Who?
You know who Liver King is?
No.
So Liver King is this guy, right? I'm going to show you a picture of this fucking dude. I'll cut this bit out. This guy's fucking mental, bro.
If I see him, do you reckon I recognize him?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
It's actually
not a good sign.
Definitely, actually.
Oh, is it not good?
Oh. That guy.
Oh,
You've seen him all over social media?
Yeah, he looks familiar.
So he was going around espousing, he's a charlatan. You know what that means? No. A charlatan is like those people that used to go like have a country fair kind of like canopy on wheels that they would bring around with them and sell like elixirs. This will solve all your medical problems and stuff.
So he's one of those.
He's one of them, but he uses social media and the 9 ancestral tenets. So the 9 ancestral tenets. Let's Google this because I don't want to get them wrong.
Education. Let's do it.
Yeah. So he's been going on all these podcasts, espousing these 9. Okay, so they are sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight. What's the last one? And fun. Oh, is it fun? I think it's fun. I've had this. You know how they only give you a certain amount of lines on Google?
Oh, no.
Whatever the fuck it is. But he's basically saying, hey, I'm not on steroids, but he's so jacked. I'll put a photo of him right here. He went on multiple podcasts and they're like, have you got ab implants? Because his abs are so blocky.
Huge.
Yeah. And he's like, no. Do you take steroids? Oh, yeah, I take everything. Like sarcastically saying it.
Yeah.
Then, do you know More Plates, More Dates? Derek?
I think that sounds familiar.
He's a I don't know if he has any he does. He's got a science qualification or some shit. But he basically breaks down a whole bunch of people's, like, what do you call it? What they take, like steroid wise, and like the effects that it has on the body. And he kind of does like, are they natty or not videos, right? And for the longest time, he was like, this guy's definitely on something. There's no way that eating like this and like just living this lifestyle gives you a body of a Greek god, right?
Yeah.
There's no way in hell. The natural physique has a limit.
Yeah.
And it was probably like 6, 7 months, 8 months of him basically doing one of these videos. I think he did 3 of them. So he did like one every 3 months of like, this guy is like espousing once again, Liver King says eat fucking cow testicles and you'll be as jacked as shit. And then this week just gone, he comes across an email that was sent to him by a consultant that the Liver King himself requested consultation by for his steroid use. So on the email, he writes, this is what I'm taking. This is what I've been taking. And I need a reference on how to get my growth factor and my testosterone like at peak levels to maintain this image.
Wow.
And then last night, posts on YouTube an apology video, didn't he?
Oh, classic. Yes.
While he's sitting in a throne, within the first 30 seconds, he mentions how rich he is and then says he was lying due to the fact of the 9 ancestral tenets preventing the suicide of young men.
Oh, shut up.
What
Shut
the
up.
fuck
Shut
are you
up.
talking
Shut
about?
up.
What a douchebag.
What? That's...
Bro, you can't take steroids
Shut
and
up.
literally he owns supplement companies. And he's the guy with the carriage.
Yeah.
He's selling the elixir. Oh, this is what you'll look like if you take this.
Sorry, I was lying for men's suicide.
Yeah, there's
saving lives,
hundreds of thousands of people are dying every single year, and these 9 ancestral tenets can save people's lives just by living a more natural lifestyle. You could look like me. What? Yeah, maybe if we take fucking like 3 cc's a day of fucking testosterone and nanthe, bro.
That's unreal.
He's taking Winstrol, IGF, which is growth factor, like growth hormone.
Yeah.
He's taking, what was that? He was taking peptides. He was having, he was taking 6 international units of growth hormone every 4 hours or some shit like that.
Like, why do you want to get
$15,000 a month in just that supplement, growth hormone?
Why? I don't get look. Like, maybe it's because I'm a skinny guy and I've gotten used to just being a branch.
Yeah.
But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't like that over the top kind of look. I don't think many people find that too appealing.
Do you know who do? Men.
The cider boys.
Yeah.
The cider boys love that.
I fucking love that shit.
It's awesome.
Bit of cider, bit of cock and balls.
So good.
I'm actually about to vape this, so no, you can't have it.
If you did your job as Google man,
Yeah,
you might have had a suckle.
I know your name's Jacob, and I say, hey, Jacob, Google something, and then I Google it. It's not wrong, because I am Jacob as well. But
Yeah, technically you're... I can see the confusion there. I understand why he didn't do it.
Exactly. But he could bring up his phone, but the only problem with that is if he like reads something out, it'll sound like...
Oh, true.
That's... Oh shit,
That's crazy.
yeah. So this fucking guy, he's the Kanye thing. I feel like
Are all celebrities losing their mind at the moment?
celebrities have like held a cloak over our faces for so long, of like disingenuous narratives, and it all just kind of leaks out at the right time.
It's so weird. It's like all just slowly, one by one, comes out. There's never a month that there isn't a celebrity doing something hectic. And they're all losing their mind, I swear.
The craziest thing the thing that I love most about this is the fame that you can actually get from another celebrity. And okay, so get this. This was passive, so it wasn't intentional at all. Ari Shaffir, do you know who that is? He's a comedian.
No.
So Ari Shaffir is a Jewish comedian from New York. Brought out a special that he didn't bring out He had the special ready 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It was set to record 5 years ago, but he put it off, and then COVID hit, and then after COVID he recorded it, and he only just put it out within the last month.
Yeah.
And what happened in the last month within the Jew community? Kanye. So and the special that he brought out is called Jew. So you type Jew, and he brought it out on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. So you type Jew into YouTube right now, you get two things. You get anti-Semitism from Kanye, and you get a special from Ari Shaffir, a comedy special. Damn. That wasn't done on purpose. It just so happened that Kanye had a fucking break at the right time, and it just worlds aligned.
Yeah.
And great production on his comedy special, and it's got like, I think it's like fucking like, hold on, it's got like, I think like 3 million views or something like that on it now.
I feel like he would have he'd have a really confusing feeling right now, because he'd be like, oh, sick, this is done so well, but he'd also be like, oh, it's doing well for a very weird reason, like a not very good reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, that must be a very conflicting thing for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, releasing that you were so excited to drop, and then being like, oh, I've got a whole lot of new viewers, but I think it's only because of the topic and the anti-Semitic stuff that's going on.
But
right
imagine that, like you at the right time, it goes live, right? Yeah. People are searching up Jew Kanye West, but Jew by Ari Shaffir pops up, and they're looking to hate something. Yeah. But then you got this guy taking the piss out of rabbis. Yeah. You know, of course, like, you're going to gain so many fans just because, like, oh, these harsh time for all these Jew people, and then you got a Jew on stage taking the piss out of Jews. Yeah, you know,
that's true. Yeah.
So true. he's like almost like piggybacking off of Kanye. Do you know who else is piggybacking off of Kanye right now? I can't argue that now. Yeah.
No, FL's actually pretty good. Beat making, fire.
Yeah, beat making's fire. Yeah, but I'll show you some tracks that I've made on FL. And you'll be like, what the fuck?
Fire.
Yeah.
It's sick.
I've mastered it, bro.
Let's go.
I fucking did it. I did it.
Oh, bro, you got some funny bars, eh? One-liners.
What were we talking about before the break?
We were talking about Google, man. What were we talking about? We said Kanye, and there was
Liver King, and then so Kanye West.
Oh, celebrities losing their minds. Yes.
So Kanye West, it literally came out, I think it was yesterday. I like to keep up to date on fucking celebrity news just because everybody likes to talk about it, but me. Kanye West now had, like, the Kim Kardashian Kanye West thing has been settled in court. And his child services payments per month, $200,000 a month, which is $2.4 million to Kim Kardashian.
That's insane.
And he got stepped on with his, like, losing Adidas deal. So he's no longer a billionaire.
Balenciaga dropped him too.
Balenciaga dropped him. Those pedophiles dropped him.
Yeah, super weird.
Did you see that fucking campaign?
What was that?
Well, apparently it was a guerrilla marketing firm.
Yeah, they blamed it on the marketing thing.
Yeah, they blamed it on the photographer. But, like, wouldn't you have someone that looks over that before it goes in a magazine?
That had to pass a few stages, I imagine.
Yeah.
And because I didn't know anything else going on. And my girlfriend comes out and she goes, hey, look how weird this is. And there's, like, all these TikTok videos on it. And there were, like, dates in the background as well. That was... They were dates of missing
of court cases
and stuff.
Yeah, and court cases of, like, when I can't remember the exact story, but I think it was something to do with child pornography. Yeah,
crazy.
It's weird that Balenciaga would drop Kanye West over anti-Semitism though, because they made the uniforms for the Nazis.
Really?
Yeah, them and Hugo Boss.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why those Nazis look fly as fuck, bro.
Oh, yeah, crazy uniform.
Yeah, you see those motherfuckers coming over here, you're like, damn,
bro, clutch, yeah.
Fucking looking fire.
Terrible people, but we're looking at the uniform, though.
Yeah, we're not looking at the humans.
Uniform fire, bro.
Yeah. They need to bring them back.
A lot of
Not the Nazis. Not the Nazis.
You heard it here. Roadshow podcast said, "Bring back the Nazis." I think you had a good career, bro. I think you did well.
Fuck the Nazis. I do not. This is why you don't give a dumb fuck a microphone.
But a lot of brands have a lot of history with that period of time. Chanel,
Yeah. Coco Chanel. Yeah, she was sucking off the Nazis.
She was a big Nazi supporter.
Yeah, because they
Huge.
stormed her hometown and she didn't want to get killed. So she started fucking some fucking Nazi.
Damn.
And yeah, she fled to America.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But isn't that weird? Did you know Volkswagen and Audi wouldn't be around without Hitler?
Yeah.
He created, like, him and Porsche created the people's car. Well, that's what Volkswagen means.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen buggy was created by Hitler. And now it's a family car where everyone likes to drive around. It would be the funniest thing ever to see a Jewish person drive a fucking Volkswagen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're driving around a little fucking chamber, bro. Like, don't do that.
See, Hitler,
They're shaped like a chamber too, like a gas chamber.
It's hectic. Hitler, terrible guy.
Terrible.
He didn't design a car. That was a decent car.
Have you seen the video of him cooked on meth?
No.
Oh, let me show you this.
Yes, please.
This is hilarious.
Wait, Hitler cooked on meth?
Yeah, bro.
That's hard.
Yeah, so he's at I think he's at like a race or some kind of like game, might have been a soccer game or something, and he's tweaking.
Oh, and he's like, oh yeah, and he's just sat there going like this.
Yeah,
like,
and he's either rubbing his dick,
schlong, yeah,
or it's a cane, but like
it looks like schlong.
It looks like
I've
schlong.
seen that video. Yeah, I remember now.
I'm gonna put it up on the screen, like
just
here.
for everyone to.
It's fucking wild
if we had
to
see it,
see.
you do. Do you know what I mean? It was a very He was a wild guy. I like how we're still finding little things about Hitler and things like that. It's crazy. There's a lot. He's like an onion, bro. There's a lot to him.
He's got layers.
Micro penis too. I know that was a rumor. I
Did
don't know
he?
if that's true, but it was a big
How would you
thing.
know?
A micro penis.
It's a good like trait
I
to
imagine he'd
see.
have doctors and there'd be files on him.
It's good to see him overcome his weaknesses.
Everyone needs an outlet.
So,
A hobby. Very interesting hobby it is, but
God damn.
God.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the fucking screen. I can't like this.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. So if you're watching this and you made it this far, and you didn't want to see this today, too bad.
Yeah, if you made it this far on the Roadshow, man, fucking congratulations. Welcome to the Roadshow.
Yeah, you done a lot. You done very well.
Oh, dude, I thought of a tattoo that I'm going to get. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm very committed to the brand. I'm getting Roadshow on my knuckles.
Oh my god. Oh, perfect fit. That's a perfect fit right there.
That's what I'm saying.
So you'd have to
Roadshow.
Like that. Yeah. What font? What are you gonna do?
What?
Font. What font? Oh, the actual. Wow.
Yeah, that
That's
size
committed.
too.
That's committed.
Same size.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because your last name's Road.
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Yeah. So if you were looking at it like my name, it would be Rhodes How?
Rhodes How. That could be another series.
Yeah.
Like how.
Like how to be a moron on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me.
How to get cancelled in a matter of seconds by saying bring back the Nazis.
Uniforms. Caveat.
I don't know.
I can't do like a whole Nazi, but I'd like to see what if they. It's kind of like funny to think of like what a society would be like if it never got overturned. You know, like what would have happened if like he was never killed?
Yeah. There's actually I think there's a few movies on that.
Yeah, on Netflix there was like a.
Oh, there's a game. What the game? Wolfenstein. Yeah, Wolfenstein. It's about if the Nazis won.
Oh wow!
And it's crazy.
It'd be a weird world, right? Everyone would speak German because he didn't just attack, Jews. He attacked the world.
Everyone.
Yeah.
There was also like a lot of other religions too. Like he targeted everyone.
Germany's a funny fucking country in that it wasn't the first time that they attacked the world. I think it was 50 years prior to that. They literally set out to attack everybody. And then at the stage of Hitler, they did it again.
Wow.
So at any point in time, their technology could be so fucking ahead of everybody else's because they've been like, shh, let's not tell anybody about this.
But I feel like that would have, Hitler's drive would have had to come from somewhere. Like I know that obviously he had inspiration on how to do things from certain places, but I feel like his upbringing in Germany and how
Well,
they
he was
were
not
so
from.
powerful.
He wasn't from Germany.
Was he not?
He was from
I'm a
Austria.
I'm a dumbass.
He was
I'm just
from
whipping out
Austria.
things.
No, it's okay. It's okay. He moved.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was like presented as a German.
Yeah.
But he was from Austria, and I'm pretty sure it was something like he was part Jewish.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he was half
a
Jewish.
bit of psych behind that, I reckon. Maybe
Yeah.
a bit of built up anger.
Right,
Yeah.
the worst kind.
I'd say he's just a serial killer with a really big kill count.
Genocidal killer.
Yeah,
Like,
unreal.
I
But
wonder-
he wasn't the biggest mass murderer at the time, wasn't it?
I think he was the most. I don't think he was. He still hasn't been considered a murderer, but he is the person who led the people to genocide.
Yeah, but there was another big power, the Russia's one.
Putin?
No, not
Oh,
Putin. Back then.
Oh,
He killed like double the amount of Hitler.
Stalin.
Stalin.
Yeah.
His kill count is crazy.
52 million people.
Yeah, it's like double
Yeah.
what Hitler did. It was
Yeah.
insane.
You know Genghis Khan? He killed so many people on the planet
Yeah.
at the time that he was around, I think it was the 1600s, that it changed the carbon footprint of the planet. He killed 10% of the population on planet Earth
That is insane.
and impregnated over 20 million people, women.
Wow.
That's why in Asia, 20% of the living population in Asia today has Genghis Khan's genes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's some wild shit, dude.
That's
now imagine if
insane.
Hitler did that with his tiny little micro penis.
Oh, bro.
God
He could
damn.
never. Shooting blanks.
Fucking unsatisfied bitches everywhere.
That's insane.
No fat bitches that are pregnant because he couldn't get his dick in that far.
Insane. I think it's crazy to have that. Bro, to have that mission to be like, I want 20 million bitches.
Well, he would go, like Genghis Khan would go into like these little villages, like pillage. So that's our term, rape and pillage. So pillage is like just decimate the village.
Yeah.
But rape all the women and
Yeah.
leave the women.
So hectic.
You know that whole theory now about like the Roe v. Wade, you know, should they have abortion in America? Imagine that argument back then when everybody was being raped.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Is it? So it's illegal, isn't it?
To rape someone?
No,
Yeah,
no,
don't do that.
Wait, are you kidding me, bro? What?
Yeah, no, there's parts in America now that abortion is illegal, and they're actually
crazy.
making it legal 5 weeks out that you can't be aborted. So a girl, say she gets raped.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't happen to anyone. Obviously, it's fucking rape. But if a girl gets raped and that male ejaculates inside of her, she is now carrying what it could be the baby of a bad situation.
Yeah.
If she gets raped just after a period and goes the whole month without getting her period, 4 weeks, right? And then finds out she's pregnant, she's got 1 week to get rid of it. And if she has a late period and it's 3 days late, 4 days late,
Yeah.
what, you've got 2 days to get an abortion? Otherwise it's illegal after that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's so... And wasn't it the board that were coming up with it were just these like all white dudes as well? There was I don't think there was any women on that
Really?
bench at all, that panel. I don't think. Again, I could be whipping this out my ass, don't quote me, but...
Well, I don't know if it was voted for. I think it's like a bill that they pass, you know, like, so it's like House, like Speaker, they talk about the situation. But I think the problem that comes down to it is a lot of the government over in America is inspired by, you know, religious means and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that, obviously.
yeah.
It's like fucking, I think it's great to have religion in the culture because it gives you a set of values to live by, like the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Standard, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like people's choice and not taking into account certain factors of like, you know, bad situations like a woman or like somebody young getting raped and then them having to conceive a child because it's illegal for you to get rid of something. You've got to bear the child of somebody that had ill intent and did the wrong thing to you. That's so wrong.
I know. That's it. But it's like it was such a big.
I
thing.
am for
Like,
life though.
Yeah, it's conflicting things. Just like, you know, obviously you're for life, but it's also like everyone should have a choice. I think
Yeah.
that. I think choice is very important. And like you said, it is very good to have religion as a part of,
100%.
society and stuff. I think everyone. It's very good to have a faith. I think that's very important. I think it's good. But I think with these kind of matters, it's just a bit, can't let that be the main kind of thing. You know what I mean? Everyone should have a choice. Everyone should have a choice. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think I heard. Do you know who Ben Shapiro is?
Yes.
Yeah. So I heard his argument on it.
He's a very good talker. I will say.
Extremely good.
Yeah.
He's probably my favorite speaker from the right in American culture. Just because he's so antiquated. He speaks very
fast.
Very fast. Yeah.
Fast as shit.
Fast as shit. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But he brings up very good points. And if you're not listening intently, he could literally skip over. You could skip over some things that he says that mean a lot.
Yeah.
And his take on it, he's pro-life, right? And he believes that the point of conception? I'm dying from a air bubble.
That was a good one.
Yeah. His belief is the point of conception, which is literally the sperm enters into the egg.
Yeah.
That is life. From that point on, that baby, it doesn't have a choice on whether or not it should become a person. It should have a right to become a person. And I get that.
Yeah. It's an interesting way to look at it.
I have a little brother. He's 12 years old. My real father was a piece of shit. Left me when I was a baby, literally 1 year old.
Damn.
Drugs.
Yeah.
He actually died on his back in a meth clinic fucking 3 years ago.
Damn.
Found out a month later, got a phone call from an orphanage in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Hi, we have your brother Tyrone. I'm like, you mean my brother Travis? I got his tattoo, a tattoo of his Travis.
Yeah.
My brother. I only got one brother.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, your little brother Tyrone, 11-year-old boy. I was like,
whoa.
Let me call you back. Hung up the phone.
Jeez.
Called him back half an hour later after sitting on my kitchen bench, just looking, staring, oh my God.
How do you process that?
That fucker did it again. He did it to another family. The mother didn't have the facilities or capabilities to even look after a child. I think she was a little bit out of it. And my father, no, he's not my father, but that piece of shit.
That dude.
Yeah. Had a drug problem, so he probably just thought, he's just going to get some sex out or something, or I don't know, a thought pattern that would go through a drug addict's mind at that point in time. But
yeah,
conceived a child with this woman. She lives in Tasmania. I'm sorry if I'm giving out too much information. I really don't give a fuck.
That's good.
And then he's left to look after the kid. I found the story out because you get a story when you get an orphan kind of child. They write a story out of how they came to be in the orphanage.
Wow. And
at 3 years old, he was like, I can't deal with this baby, so I'm just going to leave him in the orphanage.
Damn.
So, and he was 11. So he was in the process of being an orphan for 8 years.
That's insane.
8 years, dude. And I got to meet him when COVID fucking ended.
Yeah.
And obviously I had some skeptics in my family that were like, what if it's not even your brother?
Yeah.
When I saw that kid in Kings Park from across the park and he started running at me, I was like, that's what my brother, my full brother looked like when he would run at me when I was younger.
Wow.
And I was like, that's him. That's my brother. I can tell that's my brother.
That's crazy.
He ran straight up. We had a huge hug and I'm like, what's up, little brother? And he started crying.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was weird, dude. But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's I get both sides of the story when it comes to the abortion thing, because I now see that this little dude's running around. And if that was aborted or whatever, we wouldn't have him.
Yeah, yeah.
And sure, he's had a rough fucking beginning at life, but fuck yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah.
So
that's that's going to be a strong kid when he's older.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lot.
He's an author. He writes books and he's 12 years old now.
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Damn.
He's an author. I was like looking for some weed to smoke at the age of 12. Like,
Yeah, I was playing Minecraft.
yeah, bro. I was
Pokemon cards, bro.
RuneScape.
Yeah, I was doing it all.
Fucking. Did you ever fuck with RuneScape?
No, I never got into it.
That was a weird game, dude. That took up like at least 3 years of my life when I was younger.
What was your childhood full of? What do you feel? Like, what were your, like...
Anxiety.
Depression.
Yeah.
Just the whole shebang.
Yeah. Just a lot of jerking off, really.
Yeah.
No, I had a great bringing up. Obviously, I was no father up until I was 6. So I kind of had a complex throughout my teenage years.
So you have a stepfather?
Stepfather, yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's fucking awesome. He's
Hell
my dad.
yeah. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
He took care of my mum and took care of us. And yeah, he's fucking legend of a human.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to meet him until I was 6 years old. He married my mother when I was 8. I think I was younger. I think I was 7 years old. And that's when I was like, fuck, dude, like this guy's my dad. Like I've never been able to say that before.
Yeah.
Like I used
to call him dad, or do you say?
Yeah.
Nice.
If I called him Warren, he'd be like, what the fuck did you just call me? I was like, okay.
Yeah, I suppose from that young age till now, I think that would be a dad vibe.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
And I was a little fat kid, and he's fat as fuck. So everyone was like, "This is your son?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's my son."
Well, that's dope.
And like, I looked like him. It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like funny, you know. You see like an old lady with like a white afro, and her dog has like a little white afro, and you're like it's all who you live with.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It's like,
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's hard.
Fucking Jesus. But yeah, no, dude, fucking, it's a weird time in existence right now, I guess.
Yeah.
We just got to keep at it.
It's strange, bro. The world's weird.
It's a weird world,
Really
dude.
weird place.
Do you think we're lucky living in Australia?
I think we are.
Yeah.
I think it's a very lucky country. Obviously, we got a lot of problems. There's a lot going on here. But I think, especially Perth, like this is a cozy little spot to be in, man. Like,
Yeah.
not too much chaos going on, to be honest. Like, it's pretty mellow. Like you even say like all the artists and stuff that fly over here and stuff, they're all like, man, Perth is beautiful.
Yeah. I get a lot of people saying it's like Long Beach in LA.
Yeah.
In LA, yeah.
Because I've been to Sydney, but when I was
Have you been
really
to
young.
Brisbane?
No, I haven't.
It's
I've
like a
been
big Perth. It's,
I lie. I landed there to get to Cairns.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you drive to Cairns or you flew?
I think we flew.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
You would remember that drive. It sucks, dicks.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's
Cairns
so
is
far.
beautiful though. It's like a little Asia in Australia.
Is it?
It's crazy.
Because it's
just
tropical,
gorgeous.
right?
Yeah.
It's like rainforest
It's
and shit.
insane. And my auntie and uncle live over there.
Okay.
And we stayed with them, and they drove us to their house, and it's on top of this hill, and we're like, right, this is crazy. And then their backyard opens to this insane view of the whole like town and everything, these mountains. It just looks like a tropical paradise. I was like, how much was it? They're like, no, this is like this is the cheapest side of Cairns. I was like, what?
Whoa.
Door opens up to this whole. It's unreal.
So there's a lot of valleys and stuff there?
It's very hilly. There's a lot of little mountains and stuff. They're like waterfalls and stuff over there. It's
Damn.
insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got like the beach. Yeah, okay, so it's like a little Bali, right?
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
like nicer.
Yeah, I've never been to Bali still.
What?
I know. I used to go to Thailand though. Like
Oh,
Phuket.
okay,
I was one of
right.
those
Yeah.
guys. So I felt like if I was gonna go on holiday,
Like
I'd
them
rather
trannies,
go.
son.
You know what I'm saying? Like red light district.
Hey.
Damn. No, because it was like Bali was always that like second Australia.
Yeah,
Just
it
full
is.
of Aussies, and I was like, if I'm trying to get out of Australia, I don't want to see Australians. You know what I mean? So I never went to Bali, but I've heard it's dope.
It is.
The villas go hard. I heard.
Yeah. If you get out of like Kuta, like if you go to like Canggu,
Jungle.
there's a lot of like, so Canggu is more like European vibes. It's almost like Ibiza.
More like scenery. Would you say like a bit more
No, the
appealing
people,
to the eyes?
the people. Like, so everywhere in Bali is beautiful except for like the heart of the cities and stuff,
Right.
And like the villages and stuff are all beautiful, but Canggu is like, so they have like the world's largest. It's literally the world's largest beach clubs.
Wow.
Yeah, so they got Finn's Beach Bar, which is like where Kanye West and Kim Kardashian were hanging out.
Wow.
And then they've just built one. I think it's called Atlas. I think I'm not sure. And that's now the biggest in the world because they were like Finns and they moved in next door and then they just made it way bigger.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And all of like Swedish, Russian, fucking like Nordic kind of people, they're all there. So all tall, fucking blonde, beautiful fucking people.
Wow.
Crazy amounts of like different like cultures go there and it's so chill, dude.
Wow.
Like literally you could be at the beach bar at like 9 in the fucking morning and it would feel like 11 o'clock at night at any fucking place in Perth because there's like people dancing over here. There's like
That's sick.
couples having dinner, the best food that I've ever had. Yeah, it's pricey because it's outside of like the normal like Kuta area.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful. It's really, really nice.
I'd love holiday.
Yeah.
I haven't been anywhere since before COVID.
I'm the same.
Really? You haven't flown anywhere? Have you flown anywhere? Crazy, eh?
Furthest I've been is probably the deli. No.
Just down the road. I actually haven't left my house since.
Yeah.
This room is
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, I turned the TV off because I was sick of the COVID, but I didn't get the notification that we're actually unlocked now. So
Yeah. You just found out now. It's like, bro, I can't wait.
Oh fuck!
The sun looks so good today.
Well, I'm stopping this podcast. I'm booking fucking holiday.
Well, I was trying to fly over to Melbourne. The date crept up so quick though, because Chase Atlantic touring Australia, and they're not coming to Perth. So I was like, okay, fair game. So I was like, all right, I might just fly over and just see them because they're probably my favorite group. And we're looking at tickets and stuff. Man, it is expensive to fly to the other side of your country. It is insane.
How much?
I knocked it down a lot, but initially we were looking at, this is with Jetstar, by the way.
Really?
With Jetstar, it was as cheap as I could get. But
Every podcast that I've had, like in the last 3 weeks, have been bagging out Jetstar. Let's go.
Yeah, Jetstar mid.
Sponsor me.
Mid, not even mid, like below mid.
Yeah.
Below mid. That's
Yeah.
our first below mid of the
Below
podcast.
mid?
Below mid.
So what if mid is middle?
What if we say mid? Yeah.
Oh,
bro.
that mid?
Rough.
Wow.
But we were looking at 1.4 for tickets.
It's called
Each.
Jetstar because it's 1-star airline. It's just-
It's the one. That's
it's
all
not
they
Jet
got.
5-star.
That's all I could get. But it was looking at like 1.4, 1.5 for tickets. And like each. And that was a Jetstar. And then I knocked
Was
it
that
down.
return?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knocked it down to like just 1,000, I think. But that was like really roughing it. Like we'd fly in super early and then we'd stay at the hotel for one night and then come straight back. And
Damn.
I was like, man, what's the
Was
point?
that hotel included?
Hotel, so everything in total would have been about 1.4, 1.6, I think.
Wow.
So I included like Uber. I did the whole study thing and then I looked, I was like, oh, probably can't do this. That's so expensive.
That's not worth it.
Yeah, because we were trying to get on door for the show and stuff. Because we were like, oh, we got that connect, we can try and get in.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cancel that out and we'll just pay for everything else. But then I was like, man, I'm just paying 1,006, like 1.6 for
Just
a
to get
ticket.
there.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I can't justify that. I'd rather go to, somewhere.
So
somewhere
did you
nice.
go?
No, it's in December.
Oh, okay,
so,
right.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm still so tempted, but
Shouldn't do
I
it.
shouldn't do it.
No.
No.
You just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
You probably find like a week out, they drop the prices heavily to fill the plane up. So just keep an eye on it for the
Really?
week. Yeah. Jetstar are notorious for that. Like you buy a ticket like that's like 30. Like I paid for a ticket once coming from Karratha. No, I wasn't. I came from Karratha to Perth and then Perth to Bali. The Karratha to Perth flight cost me $800 one way. That's that FIFO life. Fucking
Wow.
If you want to come home, you got to fucking pay for it. But the Bali ticket, I think it was like a month before, it was going for like $1,300 return to Perth. So to Bali and then back to Perth. And then a week out, I booked my Karratha ticket because I knew that the plane was going to be full. It was around holiday season. And then a week out, I got a ticket for $550 to return Bali. And I was only there for 4 days. So it was like they were trying to fill the plane.
That's crazy.
So they heavily discount flights, like literally just before it, because they want to get the numbers to fill the plane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully nobody else knows about this trick. So fucking.
You just leaked it now.
Fuck.
It's out everywhere.
God damn it.
Jetstar's so mid. It's mid.
Yeah, it's mid.
Terrible. Like
Mid.
I've never had a good experience. It's a junk. It's
It's literally
dodgy
like
plane
the
every time.
most budget airlines ever.
It feels like the plane's gonna just fall apart.
It feels like
midair.
the Wright brothers had just invented that plane and they've just kept servicing it and adding shit to it.
Yeah, they're just experimenting.
It takes
I'll take
off-
this propeller on, see what it does.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it takes off and like even the fucking baggage like holders start squeaking. You're like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure the inside of the cabin's not supposed to be moving.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, isn't this shit pressurized? You know what I'm saying?
what's the best?
It's like a chicken runs down the fucking aisle. You're like, what the fuck? Isn't that supposed to be in my bowl? Like, and they're back there
they
fucking.
kill it on the plane.
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
it all in house. What's the best flight you've ever had?
Best flight I ever had was actually Air Asia.
Oh yeah.
Air Asia is
Fire.
like I went to Singapore
Yeah.
and like the food.
The
dude.
Asian airlines are so good,
Bro.
So good.
I flew Emirates
Crazy.
to Heathrow in London.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an A380, so it was like a triple story fucking.
Wow.
It was a like you could stand up, and if you were a basketball player, you wouldn't hit your head.
Yeah.
Like there was so much room.
Wow.
And there was some baddies. Like I was single at the time. Don't listen to this, Claire.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah. But there was some baddies on the plane, and I nearly got in the Mile High Club on that bitch.
Damn.
Oh, dude, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but I'm going to anyway. When I was working for like in real estate, I would go back and forth from Brisbane all the time, and we were in sales. So like me and the boys, we always like had like little fucking like bets. Like, I bet you can't go talk to that girl, or I bet you can't do this or that.
Yeah.
And I said to one of the boys on the plane, I was like, yo, here's the bet. There's a girl sitting a couple rows back. I bet you can't get that girl's number or get anywhere with her. And my friend at the time was like, well, like the guy that I worked with, he was under me.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll fucking do it. And I was like, how much? And he goes, how much? Sorry. And I was like, I don't know, $200. He's like, really? Okay.
Damn.
And this was fucking like just a bit of fun. He pulls up there and she's like, just like ghosts him, like goes internal, just like closes her eyes, pretends she's sleeping. And he comes and sits back and he's like, nah, it's a locked case. Like I'm not getting anywhere with this shit. And I was like, all right, well, does the bet go both ways? Can I give this a go?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, fucking give it a go. I think within half an hour we were making out, bro.
Damn. Just like that.
Dude,
On the plane?
It's sales. Like if you're struggling as a human being,
Yeah.
right, and you need some confidence and you don't know, like if you're struggling with women or anything like that, the best thing that you can do is get into sales.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like like you're turning the tap on for rejection.
Yeah.
And the only way to get over rejection, get rejected.
100%.
Learn how to handle it.
I worked retail for 5 years.
Oh.
That's what you got to do. That's down there. You know what I mean? You see the lowest form of human being there is, especially Boxing Day.
Yeah.
I used to work in the city. I was in the city, and that was crazy. Boxing Day in the city, because remember it used to like be a pretty big thing before online shopping was such a big deal.
Stampedes, bro.
Oh, insane! Because you had people running out, and you'd have to,
Lines
step
outside
in.
before you open.
Oh, it's stupid.
Yeah.
So I worked retail for 5 years, and that was such a big confidence thing. And you could see everyone I was working with, we were all kind of new to retail as well. And everyone just by the end of it, by the time we all left, it was like we were just completely different people. Like
In
you
what
see
way?
some
Were you
shit.
just like fucking head hanging? You're like, fuck this day.
Yeah, just 10 times more depressed than we were.
Yeah,
before. Just,
yeah.
existential crisis every day.
Hey, can I help you with anything? Fuck you. Okay.
Just get out.
God damn.
No, the confidence went up a lot.
Yeah,
I
we
think
do.
I don't think I'd be who I am without going through that. Because you see the worst and the best, you know what I mean? And it's like, I was always interested in real estate actually. I
Yeah?
always wanted to get into it.
Why?
I love houses, like architecture and stuff. I wanted to be an architect at one point.
Did you?
Drafter and stuff.
What was the inspiration of you wanting to become an architect?
Probably Minecraft, eh?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Probably.
That's interesting.
I feel like that could be it. I don't know. I was just always very into the design. Like when I was younger, I was a lot more creative. Like I wanted to do architecture. Like I dropped out of school, became a carpenter.
Well, that's still kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I did that. I failed it, but failed that
How do you
course.
fail at carpentry?
I don't know.
Jesus died and he's still called a carpenter.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah, you never lose it, bro.
Yeah. And then I did a film course, and then I failed that. And I was
But
like,
you're still making music videos.
yeah, I'm still doing it all. It was like, but that's what I needed. And I was
You
like,
needed
know
to
what?
fail?
Now I want to turn it into a business.
Do you think that that's like one of the pinpoints of like, as soon as you fail, so like you seem to like work off the competition
Very
thing.
destructive.
Yeah, like you need to be told that something's trash for you to make it good. Like you need to.
It's so weird.
Well, that's odd.
It's very odd. Like, it's not even a validation thing. Like, I don't need it. I just need it for myself. I'm like, I need to show you that I can do this. You know what I mean? But not all the time. Sometimes I'm just like, if they're like, no, you can't do that, I'm like, okay. But if it's something that I enjoy and the first response I get is, all right, you can't do it, or you're not good enough for that, then I'm like, no, I like it. I want to try.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I turned two things that I like failed and I was picked on for. I got picked on for doing videos in school too. I was top of the class, so I was a bit of a nerd.
Wow.
And I turned both of them into businesses, which I'm very proud of that. So it's just like, man, whatever kind of like route I took to get here, I'm still like, man, that's a pretty cool little come up story.
Yeah,
little
dude.
Villain origin story. You know?
yeah. It just cuts to black and white, and you're just like,
but yeah, no, yeah.
no, that's cool, dude. How is it working with your missus, like within music? That must be cool, right?
It is really cool. She's since like kind of backed away from music though.
Has she?
She's doing her own thing.
Don't starve the people of the angel voice.
I know,
What
bro.
the fuck?
The best, I'll say right now, not because she's my missus. I genuinely say she's got the best voice in the city. Female voice.
Female voice?
Best female voice in the city.
Wow. Yeah,
Hands
no,
down.
she's up there for sure.
Definitely up there. Because it's
Yeah.
hard to it's hard to say, but for me, like, I reckon as soon as I heard her voice, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we met. We met through a mate that was making music. And then we're like, oh yeah, we should make some music and stuff. And then we made 2 songs. We made this other song called Say, and then another one called Somebody. So we made those 2. And I showed Skip, and I was like, hey, we made these 2 tracks. One is like really slow R&B. The other one is a bit more boppy. Both tracks I produced based on her voice because I wanted to get the most out of her, see like what she could do with it.
Yeah.
And I showed Skip, and he goes, drop Say. He's like, that's the one that's like getting a lot of good reactions. Like everyone loves it. And I spoke to Ash, and I said, hey, what do you like? Which one do you like more? She's like, I like Somebody. Let's drop it. Turned out to be my biggest record.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I still get comments about it. People just keep coming up to me, but I'm like, oh, I love Somebody. I'm like, oh my God.
It is such a good song. I think it's
we
hit like
hate it.
50,000 fucking streams now.
Yeah, pretty cool. And that's the one that got the Hit Network stuff as well.
Yeah.
We're so sick of it though. We've heard it so many times.
Did they get you on the show for that, or were you remote at the time?
No, they gave like a little segment, like they spoke about me and stuff, and then they played the record.
Nice.
And then because I filmed a reaction video with all my mates and stuff being played,
Right.
they played that on live too.
Oh wow.
And they're like, oh, it's so cute, you got all those mates. I was like, yeah. But it was
What was that feeling like? Like it's tell me what it was like sitting in that moment,
bro.
and you're on the radio.
I cried, bro.
On the FM like radio. That's who everybody listens to.
I cried like a bitch.
Did you?
Yeah. Not like full weeping because my mates were there.
But like joyful tears.
Yeah, because that, bro, it was like a weird, I'm very sentimental. And that radio station is a station that me and mom used to listen to driving around. And I was like, I want to be played on radio one day.
Fuck yeah.
And the fact that I got to be played on the same network like years later, it was so dope. And mom was listening in as well. She was tuned in elsewhere. That was crazy. I was like, I did it.
That's
Like,
awesome.
That was such a good feeling. I looked at Ash. I was like, this is wild, man.
Yeah.
So it's just beyond surreal. It's so cool because I've been played on radio before, but like the smaller stations.
Yeah, like RTR and stuff.
This was like next level.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like because at the time I'd only heard from you through Sheldon, and he was like, dude, he's good, and I was like, okay.
He was actually one of the first people to really push me to do music.
Yeah,
because I made the songs and stuff, and I said, "Hey, do you think I should drop this?" And because I was filming his music video.
Oh right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I do a bit of music too." And he's like, "Oh, show me." And I played this one track, and he was like, "Bro, you gotta drop this one. Like, you gotta like keep doing this. We gotta work on something." And then now he's like one of my best mates.
Yeah,
he's still like, he's still pushing me. He's still being like, "Yeah, you gotta do this. You gotta do that." So dope.
Guy's a goat, right?
Oh yeah, shout out Sheldon, man.
Yeah,
shout out
everybody shouts him out on this fucking podcast. It's amazing. Like even
he's a popular guy, man. Can't go out with him anywhere.
You can't.
Yeah,
he knows everyone.
Fans, bro.
Yeah, like even the last podcast that I had with Emilio and Tesora and Shib Noir, even they were like, because Emilio shadowed him for a while to learn how to mix and like get a good sound going. And he did the same thing for me, but I just like took what I learned from Logic. Like I can use Logic, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I fucking incorporated it into what I knew, and what I was learning with FL and learning. Like, there's nobody in this city that does a mix like Sheldon Yellman.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Very, very. You can hear when it's him.
Yeah, you can. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
You can hear him.
If you give me, the same, if an artist went to 3 different engineers for the same song, let's say you gave me Level Studio, Dinge, and you gave me a, I don't know, JCal mix.
Yeah.
All right, that's an easy difference.
Yeah.
They all sound great, but they have that style, and like Dinge and Sheldon are the best sound engineers in the city. Yeah, easily.
Dinge came up fast too. That was wild to see.
I saw him from bro, because he's been my brother for like years now, and I remember recording. He was actually, fun fact, he was the first person to get me on a microphone ever.
Is that right?
Yeah, he got me in the studio for the first time.
Oh,
we were recording tracks in his house, in his closet. He had a little studio set up in his closet. With all his clothes were in my face, and I'm recording the song. And it was so weird. That was the first time I met him.
You're like, hey, get in my closet, bro.
It's like, get in my closet, bro. Show me, man. And it was super like, I saw that, and then he moved place, and then I saw you set up a studio in that house and clients in and out there. And then now he's got the studio. I've seen it come up, and it's insane.
That studio aesthetically on the eyes is
beautiful.
It's beautiful. That
natural light and everything.
Yeah, and that pattern thing that he has on the wall. Yeah, that's wild.
It's so sick. I spent many hours in there.
Yeah,
it's so nice. It's so nice. The moving the shit up in there was crazy.
Oh, did you have to do that too?
Because bro, the stairs are like ladders.
Yeah, like ladders. Yeah,
we had to move the sub in, the TV, and it was. Yeah, it was a lot.
Fuck.
It was a lot to do.
Where is that studio?
That's Vic Park.
Vic Park, right? Yeah. There's a lot of little studios in that same kind of vicinity.
A lot of little studios around like Southside, especially around Vic Park.
Yeah. There's a lot of ones that you wouldn't think that were studios. And then you walk in, you're like, I thought this was a fucking Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. They're really random. Vic Park's very random.
Yeah, it is.
Weird little bits here and there.
It's almost like the Mount Lawley of the east, the southeast.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. I always get them mixed up. I'm thinking of one place and I'm thinking Vic Park, but it's in Mount Lawley.
Yeah.
It's super
weird. They have the same kind of like restaurants and stuff, you know,
same
like
big strip.
If you do well in Mount Lawley, you normally open something up in like East Vic Park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you got that same strip vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just everything's like.
Yeah. It's almost like in those strip like vibe scenarios where all the restaurants and stuff are, it always seems to be the best of the best, you know, like all the best Asian restaurants. Like my favorite Balinese restaurant is it's called Fuck. It's not called Fuck.
Yeah, it is.
It's just
shout out Fuck, man. Shout out Fuck once time.
The best food. Best fucking food. It's Dapur.
Ooh. Damn, do it one more time.
Dapur. That means
wet.
It means kitchen.
Wet.
But I think it's like something kitchen. I can't remember it. I'm so sorry. But they have like, I came back from Bali, and it was the first time I tried when I was in Bali. Yeah. It's street food called bakso. and it's a soup with meatballs in it and noodles. And it was 25 cents on the street. And one bowl will fill you up. And they sit there like it's a ceramic bowl with it, and they give you a fork, and you're like, "Is this fucking clean? What the fuck?" But like, I didn't give a shit.
You wouldn't get 25 cents.
Did not give a shit. I had 4 bowls.
Wow.
I gave her, I think it was $10, so 100,000, and she was like crying.
Wow.
Because like they weren't expecting to make that much. Obviously, there was $1 worth of meals to them, but you know, you pay them upwards. And when I came back here, I was like, dude, I need to find that here. I had like immediate addiction to that food.
Wow.
Immediate.
Bussin'.
And then I went to this kitchen in Eastwick Park.
Yeah.
And I found it. They had the exact same recipe.
Same taste? Everything?
Everything was the same.
Bro, I got to try this.
It was incredible.
You send me that restaurant? I want to figure it out.
I'll
Find it for me. I need to expand. The way you said it too, it had a
Dapur.
oh, wet. I got a soft spot for that shit. Anytime my girlfriend's mom speaks Spanish or anything, bro, I lose my mind.
Oh yeah, because Ashton's like half
Spanish, half Chinese
Malay.
So it's crazy. You hear that Spanish, you just
there you go. Dapur van Java.
wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I'll put that fucking name.
If you like soupy noodle stuff, do you like hot pot?
Oh,
bro, King Hot Pot, Vic Park.
Yeah, I've been there many, many times.
Wow.
Dude, we like, you know how they take your order?
Yeah.
And you say like 20 different things, and you get the bill at the end, and it's like $80, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
I just
so
ate for 3 hours non-stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
What's the one like in Vic Park?
Oh, I think that's their like home base. I think that's like their main one.
Oh, okay, right.
Does the one that you go to have the train that goes around?
Yep.
Yeah, still got that. Is it like quite big?
It's huge. Yeah.
Okay, probably same.
Yeah, of course.
But it's very it's one of those places. You know when you walk into a restaurant or walk past some food place and you smell it and you could be full. You could be like, oh, I just had the biggest meal of my life.
Yeah.
If you walk into Hot Pot, you're hungry again. You smell that curry laksa and you're like, that's it. What soup you get?
Last time I went, I had what's that soup? The time before I had the curry laksa, that was good.
Fire.
I had the satay.
The Wagyu beef as well.
Was the satay one?
Oh yeah.
And then I also had, last time I had what's that fucking seafood soup that you normally get? What's that? And it's a Chinese soup.
You know, I was gonna say miso, but that's Japanese.
No, I haven't had them. They have miso too.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. It'll come to me when we're off the podcast. I bet you anything.
It'll happen.
Like motherfucker. But yeah, like you can't go wrong. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yeah, like what would you choose out of anything if you had like any choice?
All right, I'm on death row.
Am I mumbling?
Are you saying, hey?
Am I mumbling?
No.
Okay.
I think I've just had nothing to eat and I've had 2 beers. So I'm probably just not hearing things properly.
Oh, okay, right. No. I thought I was like...
No, you're good.
Okay. Welcome to the Roadshow.
So my favorite food is... Bro, I was so tempted to just put on a whole persona before I came on here.
Yeah.
Just like trip you out. It's like, we're never getting Cloud DSTRCT on again. It's just crazy. All right, if I was put on death row and I had one last meal, I'd say Mum's Burmese chicken. Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, the chicken is just like falling off the bone.
Imagine your mum have to make that meal and she's like...
That's so deep. Yeah. I didn't think of it like that. Right, maybe just KFC.
He's gonna die. I'm gonna cook this shit.
Bro, imagine that. She just has a bad day with cooking. Like, Mum needs more salt. What the hell, bro? No, I say...
Get in the chair.
Yeah, we're swapping. You don't deserve this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Burmese chicken and rice is probably my all-time favorite meal.
What does that consist of? What's the flavor?
It's so hard to describe.
Is it like coconutty?
No. It's like I don't know. It's like literally the skin's falling off the chicken. The chicken itself's falling off the bone. Everything's just melts in your mouth.
Is it like a curry flavor?
It's like I'd say like a curry flavor.
Yeah, like a Thai green curry or something like that.
Yeah, it's hard to describe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to fucking try it.
I'm gonna gotta start feeding people. Every time we talk about it, they're like, yeah, I need it.
Imagine if you rocked up to a podcast with a big tray of fucking Burmese chicken, though. We would not get started.
That would have been crazy.
Food coma.
Yeah, if I was considerate, that would have been crazy.
Yeah. Why didn't you consider it?
Yeah, the beers weren't enough. No, but I don't know. Like, I love that, but also I love sushi. I love KFC, obviously. You know, that's my little...
What's your favorite at KFC?
Alright, this is going to be really
It's
hard.
so bad for you. Don't eat KFC, but also, what do you like? Because I love that shit.
So this is actually really heartbreaking. My favorite meal just got taken off the
What was it?
roster. It was a limited edition thing. I only just discovered it. It became my instant favorite.
Okay.
The hot and crispy boneless. Have you tried that?
Yeah, the fillets.
Yeah, these little pieces like that. Yeah. Unreal texture. Something like and I drove there to pick up
probably
some
cat.
food. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
Delicious.
definitely. Yeah, bit of horse in there as well. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
A little bit of But I was picking up food for Sheldon and I was bringing it back to work.
Yeah.
And I went there and bro, I nearly broke down. She said, she's like, I said, oh, you got the hot and crispy boneless? She goes, what? So the hot and crispy boneless. She goes, boneless? No, we don't do that. Made me feel like I was crazy, as if it never existed. I said, that's the worst way to break news to someone.
Yeah.
Sheldon tried to order it again the other day. They made him feel crazy too. It's like they're trying to just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, right.
But what about you? What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? That's a good question. Didn't really consider it coming back to me.
Yeah. Of course, bro. Of course. It's a conversation. Come on now. You got to be ready.
I like steak.
I was going to say steak.
Yeah. Like, but do you know what really fucking gets me going, dude?
What gets you going?
Yeah, I like foods that make me feel light, but also make me feel full, right? But like sometimes I like to indulge a bit, but I like things that like almost like health. I come from a bodybuilding background, so
Yeah.
I kind of always like to feel like I'm eating healthy, but if it's probably cooked with like, you know, the fat of a rhino or some shit.
Yeah.
It's probably delicious, by the way. Steak, right, is great.
Yeah.
But American brisket, you know, soft brisket,
Yeah.
juicy. Oh, I'm gonna come.
Right there.
Yeah, ribs.
Crazy.
I love ribs.
Oh, ribs are crazy.
Yeah.
They used to do ribs at what was the one the place that shut down?
Fast Eddie's?
Hog's Breath?
Hog's Breath?
Yeah,
They're still around,
ribs.
aren't they?
No,
Hog's Breath?
they're gone.
Fuck Hog's Breath.
Long gone.
God damn.
The curly fries were crazy though.
Oh, curly fries fuck you up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Wendy's in America like has actually no, it's not Wendy's. It's another one. It's called Potato and Flavor, something like that. It's from the Philippines, but they're all over the world.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like all these different types of potato chips, and you choose the type of flavored salt that you want on top.
Oh.
So you have like chicken flavored salt. You have cheese dusting flavored salt.
Wow.
All these different salts.
Where is this America, you say?
Yeah, it's in America. I'm pretty sure there's one over there in the East Coast. I'll find the actual name and put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
But it's from the Philippines, and yeah, apparently, like it's fucking amazing.
Wow.
Apparently, I really want to try it.
Have you been to America?
I haven't.
I've heard very mixed reviews about their food.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say, because it's all very like processed and stuff, the flavors just aren't there. But then
Giant
other
portions.
people are like, it's over the top with salt and just you know,
Yeah.
it's fair because I want to try like Popeyes and stuff. I want to try,
Yeah, dude.
you know.
If you're a KFC fan, you definitely want to try other types of fried chicken.
That's what I mean. I can't be boxed in this vibe.
Yeah.
I know that we've got a Taco Bell now.
Have you tried it?
No, I've heard it's very iffy though.
Mid,
but like mid or
It's like the worst mid you can get
yeah.
because their meat isn't fresh. It comes in meat pellets and they add boiling water.
Wow.
So it's freeze-dried meat. And then they add this boiling water and then it kind of turns into like a slurry.
Oh, God.
It's fucking terrible, dude.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, if you can push meat through a silicone gun, it's not meat.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
No, me neither.
It's a shame, though, because there was quite a lot of hype around Taco Bell, you know, it coming here.
Yeah.
Like, I was quite excited because I love Guzman.
Guzman and Gomez?
Guzman Gomez, yeah.
Guzman.
Good Guzman.
Guzzle it down.
The old Guzman.
Guz.
Yeah, the old Guzman.
Yeah.
Bro, tacos there, crazy.
Well, they're opening up a lot more, like drive through places here now, right?
Yeah.
And now they're fucking taking over taking over Australia. Like there's in most locations where there's a McDonald's, you're seeing a Guzman y Gomez drive through put in next door.
Yeah. Did you see the one in Carousel? Where they first opened that up?
Dude, it's huge.
Bro, insane.
Looks like 4 stories or some shit.
Yeah. Insane.
What doesn't make any sense?
No.
Like, it's
Carousel just had everything. It was insane.
fuck. Before we fucking like wrap this shit up,
Yeah.
I want to know, what was your where did your inspiration for like actually going into music? What did that come from, like the bullying thing, or was it? Or did you? Hold on. Preface that with another question.
Okay.
What was the first concert you went to?
First concert I went to.
Yeah.
My first live concert. Oh, that's hard. Because my uncle, when he was alive, he was doing he worked in the concert business, so he'd bring a lot of artists over and stuff like that. So
Well, he was like a manager or something.
he was like an event manager, event
Coordinator,
organizer,
yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So he brought over a lot of he's brought over Frankie Valli.
Oh, shit.
He brought over the Eagles at one point. So it's hard to say what my first concert was, but the first one that I really went to, like I decided to go to, was either Flume or The Weeknd.
Yeah. Okay. Hectic.
Yeah. So that was my first one.
Right. Who's your favorite artist right now?
Bro, that's a cool question.
Is that?
That's terrible. That's
I'm sorry to do that
that's
for you.
damaged me.
Sorry, bro.
I'm gonna go,
Damn.
I don't know. I've got like a top 5, I reckon.
Okay, let's go. Top 5.
I'd say Post Malone, Chase Atlantic.
Ooh.
I'd say that's where I get a bit tricky. I love The Weeknd. I'm just gonna listen. The Weeknd. I like Eric Doer and Glaive. I like The Neighborhood. I took a lot of inspiration from Travis Scott and Jaden Smith as well.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Wow.
Funny enough.
You don't really hear a lot of inspiration coming from him.
No. But his aesthetic was crazy.
Yeah.
His visual game was just beyond anything.
100%.
But yeah, it's a bit of a mix from those, like that kind of side of things, I guess. They're my favorite artists, I suppose.
Travis Scott, what kind of influence? Was it the auto-tune? Kind of like you can get away with like a weird melody on a beat.
It was that dark sound, I think. I love that I didn't always love the auto-tune, like heavy auto-tune vibe, because I'm trying to drift away from it a little bit more, like not so electronic.
Yeah.
But I loved his tone and the way he performed as well, especially.
Yeah.
I loved everything about the mystery behind him and that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like as an artist, he was incredible.
He is incredible.
Yeah, Astro World is still one of the best albums.
Oh, bro.
Insane.
It's insane.
Got robbed at the Grammys when it came out.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Cardi B. I think Cardi B won that year.
Really?
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, Travis Scott is compelling.
Yeah.
It sucks to see him, I wouldn't say like taking the shelf, but like he's not really hung up his music career, but like that creativity that he did have.
Yeah.
Before he was with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
You know, it was thriving, and it kind of seems like it's fucking dropped off a lot.
I think it's very hard for him to come back from the Astroworld incident.
Yeah.
I think it's very, because everyone listening to him now is a bit like,
he killed people.
I can't enjoy this. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't even, I've never been able to like put it on Travis really.
Yeah.
Like certain videos that came out, I was a bit like, okay, you could have done something there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like he's there to perform, and it should be everyone else, the venue management and everything, really honing in on that. I feel like no one really caught blame except Travis for that kind of thing. There was no like, this person's been fired or this person, you know?
Yeah.
Super weird.
It's that Jewish media.
You heard it here again.
Oh, no.
He's doing it again.
No, it's not me. It's Kanye, I swear.
But yeah, I'd say like those are probably my biggest like music inspirations at the moment, I think.
Nice, bro. Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you so much.
Dude.
This has been very nice.
It's been fun.
Has it been nice for you? Have you had fun?
You mean your balls still wet?
Yeah, cock and balls though.
Cock and balls.
Both. Yeah, we've had some nice beers together.
Well, they're not nice beers, but I enjoyed the company.
How dare you?
I enjoyed the company. I got that.
I've had Mozart staring at me guys for the last 2 hours.
He was actually a real person. He was tiny, but then he got Medusa'd. Yeah,
Damn, for real?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's right.
I know.
Made him cross-eyed too.
Yeah.
Dude's got a crazy hairline.
Fuck. Look at mine, cunt.
Yours is nice though. You know, you got the little flick of the thing there.
Yeah, it's only there to protect the boldness.
No, that's like that little hairstyle you got there is like a cartoon character. You know how they always have like little curl here? The little like.
Well, like fucking Charlie Brown, like he's just got one little curl at the front.
That's better than Jimmy Neutron, bro.
Dude.
I was trying to rep that Jimmy Neutron. That'd be so hard.
Yeah, like a hair like this.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
It'd be so dope.
You fucking aliens steal your parents and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Ops.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Roadshow. Have a great weekend. See you later.
Hell yeah. That was beautiful.
Take me home, I wanna know if you're